everyone, and welcome to tonight's ninth session of City of the Lost, Velderheim. How are we doing today? We've got our good friend Rob Lapure.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
We've got Gorkar the Bugbarian.
Yes, Gorkar is Bugberry.
Jabbers Sneaky Sneak.
Hey, how are you?
And Frankie the Disillusioned.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Frankie the sometimes accidentally racist.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Frankie the sometimes accidentally racist. How are we doing today, everybody? This is going to be a really good session because 9 is my lucky number, and so that is foretelling everything I need to know. And I guess to start off with, do we remember who read the recap last time?
Gorkar did.
Was
Alright.
I? Gorkar.
So Gorkar snoozes away, exempt from this dice roll. And Willow, thanks for the positive vibes. Let's get a D20 roll from Rob, Jabbers, and Frankie, and
Oh,
see
fuck.
who's
Fuck,
gonna.
I knew it!
Uh
Oh man, I thought for sure it was gonna be me.
oh.
Thank goodness.
Fine. Get started.
So what did you get there, Frankie?
I got a 4.
Oh, but Rob got a 3.
Yeah! Unbelievable.
So Rob, you're sleeping nice and snug and sound in your bed. As snug as you can be anyway. Zolnar's beds are not too uncomfortable, but they're definitely not what you're used to. You're not even used to very exquisite beds. You're used to something more kind of standard fare, and these are even a little bit worse than that. But you kind of feel yourself shift a bit, and then you sink down into very, very comfortable plush pillows, and you kind of blink your eyes open as a warm beam of light cascades across your face, and you find yourself sitting in a really nice little room, and you're in a very plush, very nice bed, a bed of a king. And there's people sitting all around you. They've got little teacups and such, and they're looking at you expectantly. And somebody nearby says, "My good sir, we are here to be regaled with the goings-ons of the previous day." And something in your mind just says to you that this is totally normal.
Alright. Well, I pull out a little diary out of my pack, I guess, or wherever from, the poofs. Diary of the Pure, Entry 8. Today we awoke to a gathering of a celebration. It appears that our friendly bartender, Zelnar, has lived or owned the broken fiddler for another 100 years in the city, and everyone here is to congratulate him, although they are making him work at his own party, which seems weird to me. Anyway, Frankie and I quickly took up the roles of cook and waiter and helped them out. This felt no different than when I used to help out at the mess halls back at home. I do miss the faces of my friends and family. I do hope they're alright. I had the weirdest interaction with Zit, that little servant of Lord Veld's. He didn't speak or write in a common language, so I had to play 20 questions with him to figure out that he simply wanted eggs and orange juice, which he mixed together. Yeah. After the party was over, we had some drinks with Rikov, which we spoke of the previous owner and his demise, and the laws of Velderheim, our world, and other small talk. A nice change of pace for once. Sometimes a nice meal with friends is welcome after all the fighting we've been doing. We then teleported off to the arena to take on a deadly challenge, which after a meal with friends is a good way to work out. Again, we visited visited Horestus afterwards to pass more ideas and check the status of my contract. Jabbers is thinking of changing his mind, as long as it's on his own terms, which seems on par for Jabbers. We then decided to go off and find the legal tender blacksmith, whom was previously a blacksmith, which is ironic. When we got to his office, however, he wasn't there, so we made an appointment to come back the next day. So we decided to go to the arena to fight some more, for funds. It's another step forward for my plate mail. That I can decorate with my own paladin symbols, a tradition my order takes in pride. But the night is late, and I wish to lay my head and enjoy more of this cigar Frankie got me. That is the diary entry of Rob.
Thank you, Rob. There's like
I'm glad that we both.
Oop.
So, you go.
No,
Sorry.
go for it.
I was just gonna say, I'm glad that we both put a thing in our recaps about how it's really weird that this is supposed to be a celebration for Zolnar, but he has to work.
Weird.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Well, Rob, there's a soft clapping from all around you, and someone
Thank you,
walks
thank you.
up, and there's like a very bright flash in your eyes that you don't quite understand, and then a hand on your forehead pushing you back down to the bed, saying, "And now sleep, Rob. This was just a dream." And you drift back off. You feel kind of the bed shift underneath you back into that somewhat uncomfortable mat that you're sleeping on in Zolnar's tavern, and you
Men in Black.
go about the rest of your sleep. Meanwhile, Frankie, last night has been one of the harder nights that you've endured here. Something just feels wrong. Something feels just a little off. You can't quite place it. It's not like a physical malady. You're just some sort of malaise that has come over you, and it is enough to prevent you from sleeping very comfortably. The sleep that you do find is filled with visions of a large open orange sky and then a crumbling blackness that engulfs it all, before you wake up in a cold sweat, unable to really understand or process exactly what it is that this dream could mean. And
Fuck.
you are certainly the first to wake this morning as you hear kind of the tinks and clatter of glasses and such. Everyone, please move yourselves into your bedroom, or whichever bedroom you have fallen asleep in. Despite the fact that this is a tavern, you four seem to be the only ones who are actually living here. You've never actually even seen Zolnar sleep here. So he must have,
I've ever
one of these
seen him
rooms must
sleep.
be his. So yeah, Frankie, you are the first to wake as you hear Zolnar kind of getting to work already and getting his morning duties done.
Just gonna say, Frankie gets up and doesn't do any of his usual morning stuff. He just gets dressed and goes out to see Zolnar. Maybe offer some help.
He watches as you approach and he goes, "Oh, you don't look so good, kid. Here, why don't I mix you up something good? Coffee and some liquor. I'll give you a nice pep, huh?" And he like turns and starts getting like the coffee maker going.
Appreciate it, Zolnar. Say, completely off topic. Where do you live?
Huh? Oh, here in the tavern.
You just sleep in one of these rooms?
Oh, no. I have a cot here in the main room.
Wait, you sleep out here?
Well, under the counter, but yeah.
Buddy. You own a business, but you have to sleep in it?
I mean, I'm the one that decided where I wanted the bed, and all of my paintings are out here. And sometimes when I can't sleep, I just grab a bottle from overhead, look at one of my paintings.
You don't want a place of your own?
I mean, this tavern is mine.
Yeah, alright, I think I see where the rest of this conversation is going. Well, I mean, if we, or I, or some of us end up getting a place that has room, welcome to stay with us if you need a break from this place
Oh.
anytime.
No. This place gives me purpose, you know.
Fair enough. Frankie just shrugs.
Now, about you. What seems to be the matter? Do we need to call one of the doctors? It's not usual that someone gets sick around here, but it does happen, I guess.
I'm not sure this malady is of a medical nature. Does that make sense?
His expression darkens a little, but he turns the face away from you and starts like busying himself like cleaning a glass, and he says, "I suppose so. What do you mean exactly?"
Well, I had a hard time sleeping, tossing and turning. I just felt wrong, you know? And eventually I did finally get to sleep, and I had this nightmare. It was so vivid, it was like it was real. I was standing in a field with a bright orange sky above me. The color when the sun is just dipping below the horizon, you know what I mean? Like right before twilight.
When you say bright orange sky, he like drops the glass into the sink, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, excuse me," and like he just picks it back up. Yeah.
And as I stood there looking at the sky, this blackness, this darkness, just started to swallow everything up, like ink dropped on parchment that just spreads and is absorbed by the paper. It just blotted everything out. And it engulfed everything, eventually even me, until there was nothing but blackness, and then I just sat up, sweating.
Zolnar, like, you see he's like contemplating something very heavily, and he turns around and he is about to say something when you hear the sound of the door, the front door of the tavern opening, and through it, Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorst walk in. They kind of eye you, standing at the bar. Zonar goes very quiet and just goes, "Gents." And the two of them look at you, Frankie, and they say, "You should prepare yourself. Lord Veld wishes to speak with you."
Wait, what? Veld wants to talk to me? I thought he didn't even know my name.
"Lord Veld wishes to speak with you. We will be outside. Take the time that you need." Zolnar. They like look up at Zolnar and give him a nod, and he just like kind of waves. Yeah. Hey guys. And then they just Mr. Vorst like starts walking out but stops at the door. Mr. Hank is still standing over here by you, and he just shakes his head and says, "Take the time you need, kid." And just turns and walks back out the door with Mr. Vorst.
Well, an ominous morning seems to be turning into an ominous day.
Zonar just kind of shrugs and goes, "Yeah, well, it happens to all of us eventually, I guess."
Wait, what?
I really shouldn't. Lord Feld, sorry. The rest of you, by the way, you heard kind of Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorst clomping in and clomping out. You heard their voices. So I would assume at this point that like Rob and Gorkar and Jabbers are at some point of wakefulness. You can come out whenever you'd like here. Yeah, here, how about I double your double this up. And you see he had poured like a bit of whiskey into the drink he was preparing for you, Frankie. He overturns it and pours much more than just the double that you were about to get. And he goes, "There, that should be good."
Thanks. Frankie just takes a sip of it.
Hall in the morning? What's the occasion?
It would seem I have been summoned by Lord Veld.
Oh, that's rather important, no?
That's the only information I have. I gather, based on the demeanor of everybody I have encountered this morning, except for you two, that it's not good news.
Do you wish for us to accompany you?
I mean, I don't know if that's allowed. If it's allowed, then sure, I'd rather have you guys around me instead of being alone in the room with Lord Veld.
I will certainly try to accompany you then.
Zolnar
Jabbers
just
is looking.
Zolnar shrugs and is like, "This is highly unusual, though, to have Lord Veld. It's interesting."
As soon as Gorkar comes in the room and sits down, Frankie just pushes his coffee towards him.
This is too strong for me.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, clearly I'm about to get some bad news. I would actually prefer to be sober for this.
And Zolnar was like, "You'd rather be drunk for this one, kid. Here."
Gorkar's nostrils flare, and at first he smells coffee, and then like his eyes go big as the liquor just stings his nose, and he goes, "Oh, present for Gorkar? Thank you, Frankie."
Jabbers is just staring at the back of Rob. Accusingly.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, we're all in the wrong spot today. It's an odd day.
It's
yeah,
Jabbers.
Frankie's in my spot, that's why.
Jabbers is like, "I get the corner chair."
I
My
like this.
apologies, Jabbers.
I'll forgive it.
I feel like this isn't the moment, but eventually what'll happen is we'll do this, and then one person will be out here, the rest of us will come out, and then we'll all just like musical chairs get in the correct spots, no matter who's sitting where. It'll
Zolnar
become a
says,
habit.
"Yeah." Zolnar says, "So, breakfast, guys?"
Breakfast!
Yeah,
Jabbers
probably
raises
should
both
eat breakfast.
arms above his head. Breakfast!
And Zolnar practically runs to get out of this room and into the back, where you hear him start to cook.
Frankie, what's this all about?
I have two theories.
By the way, the malaise is still hanging over you, Frankie. It's not like you're sick, but then it is. Like, you feel very off.
What happened?
Sorry.
I am not well.
Oh,
What do you mean?
eat big breakfast.
I don't know, it's something just feels off. I'm not sure if I'm sick or if it's a sorcerer thing. I mean, nobody exactly prepared me for how this works, maybe I've been overdoing it in the arena or something.
You don't need me to heal you?
I mean, I would welcome your medical expertise if you can find anything physically wrong with me.
Looking at money always makes Jabbers feel better.
Rob is going to look Frankie over, I guess. For the sake of roleplay.
Roll a medicine check, Rob.
Well, I'd ask to look at your money, Jabbers, because I spent most of mine, but I don't think
I
that
rolled
would do.
17.
I don't think that would do anything for our friendship.
You check his pulse. You're not quite familiar with like half-elf physiology, but like his heartbeat seems okay. Like there's no like you listen to him breathing. You don't hear any like funny noises that you would expect. You look in his eyes.
I also realize I have
look-
proficiency
They
in
look
this. So
nice
that
and they look nice and clear. As far as you could tell, Frankie is pretty healthy. You do see like a tiredness in his eyes that seems like some kind of like a fatigue.
How did you sleep last night, Frankie?
Basically not at all.
No good.
Any reason? Discomfort?
I don't know. I just tossed and turned. It just felt wrong the whole time. I eventually got to sleep, and I just had a vivid nightmare.
Anything particular?
At a guess, I think I saw this force that we're acting against swallowing up some plane,
Oh,
destroying it.
Rob,
maybe home dead.
how? What did the sky look like? Rob recalls this talk of Rickhoff in one of the last sessions he had about what happens to worlds when they get destroyed.
It was a vivid orange, like a sunset to begin with, and then this blackness just seeped into everything.
That's when Rob's face just goes pale. And he like begins to touch his like mouth and face. He's like thinking hard. Because I do now have an idea of what this conversation is to be about.
I think I do too, but I'd rather not discuss it out loud until I know for sure, you know? Like
Rob,
maybe if I don't talk about it, it won't be real.
Rob just like kind of nods at you in agreement, or just agreeing with you. And he goes to sit back down.
Maybe Frank, prepare for worst case news. Home dead. Maybe.
Yes, very tactfully put, Jabbers. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jabber smiles. It's a genuine compliment.
We really need to
You're
work
like-
on your social skills, buddy.
Zolnar
just got
comes
Rob
out at
shaking
this
his
point
head.
with a couple of trays full of like he made like there's large piles of waffles dripping with syrup and whipped cream and like fruit piled over top of it, and he like doles it out to all four of you like, well, a day like this, I believe this is a good way to get it started, at least.
Thanks, Zolnar.
Oh,
Is Frankie hungry? Like, is it outside of the malaise? Am I feeling normal, or is it like affecting my appetite?
I mean, that's really up to you if you're a stress eater or a stress faster, because both are valid.
Well, he's a chef, so it could go either way. Honestly, I feel like he'd be fat if he was a stress eater and a chef. So probably fasting.
You know, you have that half elf metabolism, though. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
yeah.
the elf.
Maybe. I don't know.
like
And
elves
that
can
farm
eat,
boy metabolism.
elves
Yeah,
can
I've
eat
been
anything and everything and stay
Hucking
skinny.
bales of hay all day.
Yeah, that does.
Actually, that one's barley.
Barley. Yeah, we'll just say he kind of just picks at it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a very sweet meal.
Yeah, versus in contrast, wolfing it down.
I assume Frankie gets, like, Jabbers is done with his, Frankie gets, like, halfway through one and then just pushes his plate over
Yeah,
to Jabbers.
he just looks over and eyeballs it a little bit.
Rob also eats very slowly.
Go nuts, little guy.
Gorkar is like anime eating like giant forkfuls of like 4 waffles stacked on top of each other, cut into an eighth, just boom.
Full on
Mhm.
Goku status.
Oh yeah, dual wielding forks at this point.
Yep. Did
Double
Frykhoff
fist waffles.
give you a name for the phenomenon, Rob?
No, he did. Actually, he might have. I'd have to like sift through my notes.
I think we've heard it
he-
in the past, but I can't remember it.
I think he gave you the term 0 day.
Yes. Yeah, that's it for sure. It's definitely in there.
So yeah,
But
what
that's-
Frankie describes definitely sounds like what Frykhoff described as 0 day. There's like
Yeah,
no doubt in
that's
your
what I was
mind.
like, that like Rob knows about this. I'm so glad I actually had that conversation with him.
Oh, and you know what, Frankie? While you're thinking about the dream, because dreams are hazy in retrospect, roll a only because of the subject matter. Roll a survival check
Okay, I'm proficient in that.
to recall details.
12, so probably not.
12. Well, you didn't quite recognize the location, but you certainly recognized the foliage and such of the area. It felt very much like you were looking at your own world.
Frankie is in complete denial about this. He's just like, "Oh, Rob's a human. There were humans where he came from. Maybe they have the same plants."
Laugh at the end, though.
Oh no. So eventually, you finish your breakfast or what you're going to eat, and Zolnar takes the plates and it's like, well, Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorst are waiting. They usually don't just give you the time you want, but I kind of understand them on today.
Yeah, I kind of get the sense that the way everyone's talking that I'm kind of walking to the gallows here. So, don't wait up, boys. See you later.
Inward, Rob is thinking about if your world is affected now, then it's only a matter of time before the other one of us have our worlds affected, and it means we're running out of time.
Ooh.
Gorkar is gulping down the now warm but not scalding spiked coffee.
That's the best temperature.
Were any of you accompanying Frankie, or did he say that he was going by
no,
himself? Because I think Frankie
I
said
would
he would
let him
welcome
go,
you
though.
guys coming. He would welcome you guys coming.
Yeah, I said you
Yeah,
guys
I
could,
will.
but we're gonna ask Hank and Mr. Gorst if it was.
Okay, so then we'll say, Frankie, you walk out by yourself, and Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorse kind of look you over, and they say, "Are the others coming with you, or are they staying here?"
Oh, I was
At
gonna
that
ask.
moment.
I was. You go.
No, I was just popping out the door. Like at that moment,
They look and they go, "Ah, just one then."
I was gonna say. I was gonna ask you if they could come. I didn't know what kind of appointment this was. I assumed if Lord Veld wanted to meet all of us, he would have summoned all of us.
Lord Veld summons you, but the four of you are a team.
Oh, cool.
Come on, Jabbers. We go outside.
Yeah, Frankie ducks his head in. Hey guys, breakfast is ready. Time to go to my hanging. Or breakfast is over. Time to go to my hanging.
Okie doke. Jabber's come for emotional support.
perhaps we'll learn something.
If Lord Veld has something to say to you, he is not worried about the four of you hearing it because you will tell each other eventually anyway.
I mean,
Probably.
that's a very blithe assumption about the level of closeness we have with each other, but okay.
He shrugs.
Jabber's
You're-
good.
You're not
Historically
wrong,
speaking,
but still.
yes, I am correct.
Well,
And
lead on, fellows.
the six of you head out into the rainy city. Oh, that's the wrong button. I need maps. There we go.
You looking for the rainy city button?
Nope. I found that button a long time ago.
Oh no.
I just have to set the lighting again entirely. There we go. Boom. So, Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorst take you all over towards the large kind of dungeon entrance building. There is a... You go ahead and move yourselves if you like. There is a grand stair around the side of the building that they bring you around to and kind of leads you up. And it leads to a very nice, like, kind of manor estate looking place on the inside. And inside you also find the puppet body sitting without Lord Veld resting on its shoulders at the moment. It's just sitting in a chair, one leg, like ankle resting on the knee, you know, propped up. The hands are together. The fingers are all like finger to finger from the pinky to the thumb. And it's just sort of like, you know, like it's sitting there expectantly waiting for you, though it does not move when you enter. And Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorsh just kind of stand to the left and the right of the door. And they say, "Have a seat. Lord Veld will be with you shortly."
Do you mind if I stand?
You can do what you wish.
Thanks.
And so the four of you are left kind of in a moment for a bit of roleplay, kind of intended, if you want to take it, because you are sitting in like a very nice library. The entry room is a very nice library. There's a large table. There's stacks of books. You see books of all languages, of every language, of all different colors, of all different ages. It's unimaginable the variety of books that this very small library seems to contain a wealth of. And they say to you, while you wait, you may peruse the selection.
Jabbers likes books more now, so he's gonna do that.
I'm going to look for books particularly pertaining to Day Zero, if they have them. 0 day.
Jabbers would probably look for books that would appeal to most children.
You find The Wind in the Willows.
Jabbers, you find a copy of The Giving Tree.
Lovely.
Read my
Yes.
mind. Yeah.
And I'm going to mute for just a second to take the last dab that I can take before the session gets in full swing.
Copy that. Frankie just kind of gestures over to the puppet body and goes, "You gotta wonder after a certain point, is he doing this for our benefit or just out of convenience? Like, what is this?"
I think the man is full of madness.
He's stupid. Why he give tree things to small child?
I believe the book is a metaphor about something. I don't know. It's been a while since I've read it.
About caring.
It always struck me as being about abusive relationships, but that's just, my interpretation.
I mean...
Sound like Frank thinking too hard.
Gorkar's got a picture book in his hands. It's upside down.
It becomes like a Rorschach test at that point.
And Gorkar not understand how they standing on ceiling like this.
So, how would Frank feel about Home Gone?
Mr. Hank and Mr.
Jabbers?
Vorse cough and shift uncomfortably when you say that, Jabbers. By the way, Rob, I would like you to roll an investigation check while this is going on, because you're looking for a specific type of book.
I'm not gonna lie, Jabbers. Taking a moment outside of myself, I'm just gonna say I'm probably not gonna react very well, but I don't know exactly how I'm gonna react.
Rob,
Jabbers
you don't
said-
find anything of the sort.
Jabbers is not sure how he would feel, because Jabbers not have attachment for world same like probably most folks. Maybe for Horde, but Jabbers have much better Horde here. Everybody, every dragon, every lizard, Jabbers care about all dead, so not really care much about place. Pretty sure only friend Jabbers have sell Jabbers here to place. But that just thinking.
Wait, you got sold here?
I don't know, maybe. Jabbers think about it sometimes.
That would be quite an interesting twist.
Well, type of people Jabbers sometimes roll with opportunistic.
I mean, the very concept brings up all sorts of questions, because, I mean, we all woke up here without really knowing, right? So wouldn't the person who sold you need to have made contact with the deity that was going to send you here in the first place?
Jabbers not pretending to know too much about all that.
The mind boggles, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorse kind of clear their throat as you hear the door open, and Zit kind of plods in, carrying the little glass bauble that holds Lord Veld inside of it, And he goes, "Ah, gentlemen, gentlemen, it is nice to see you again. Very good, very good. You are all here on time. I hope I did not make you wait too long." As it is like clambering up the mannequin body and then sets the orb into its place on the shoulders. It immediately like stands up, throwing Zit backwards onto the ground, who kind of skids on his butt, and he just like stands up, like shaking himself off. Lord Veld like throws a hand in the air. So, Frankie. Yes. I believe that we have business today, my friend. Unfortunate business.
You summoned me, my lord.
Oh, you could drop the my lord thing for now, my friend. Well, it would seem that somebody is very good at making deals, and, well, far be it from me to deny the final request of a fellow deity. You may come in. He like claps his hands, and from the doorway that had entered with the bauble, at first all of you just see a very brilliant, bright white light that nearly blinds you. Frankie, you've seen this light before. You recognize this light that you are seeing. And as it kind of dims, your eyes all kind of clear up and begin to take in this figure before you. You are looking at a very beautiful woman, the race of which is not exactly something comprehensible.
No, we did determine it. It was
Oh, yeah?
human because I decided
Oh,
that the
yeah.
bloodline was on his mother's side, not his father's.
So then a very beautiful human woman who glows bright golden light, and she says, "Thank you, Lord Feld." She says, "Please, Veldirian, my dear, I should leave you to it then. Thank Vorst." And he like does the finger, like he twirls his finger in the air, like, you know, come round them up kind of a motion. And the two of them exit through the door. Zit standing there for a moment in the doorway before shaking his head and like walking out and closing it, leaving you all alone in this library with who Frankie knows is the goddess of his world. And she just looks very like Frankie, she is not meeting your eyes. She's looking at the floor at the moment.
I doubt it would do me any good, but I'd strike you down if I had the power to do it.
I know.
Why are you here?
I am here because I believe it is important for you to understand what it is that we are all giving up. What you are the hope of. What you could stop for others. But not for me.
Like he is just like very long silence after that, and just eventually says, "So, it's true then. They're gone."
Not yet. And she holds a hand out to you, and she says, "You and your friends, you can witness the final moments if you wish. Lord Feld's magic will protect you."
You would send me there to watch them die?
To say goodbye. Time has passed differently, Frankie, for them. Your mother is old. She is on her last days. She may pass before I do. I am giving you an opportunity presented to very few that comes at this place, from my understanding.
What about Clara? Did she marry? Did she have children?
I think it's best if I just show you.
Okay,
Her hand is still extended out to you.
let's go.
All of you feel yourselves being pulled in an impossible direction. And you find yourselves standing kind of it feels like you're standing on a mountainside overlooking down onto the world below. And you look up and you see that the sky is a somber orange color. And there is a wind that is ripping through the trees, which are all slowly dying. You see people having packed up their things, trying to flee to somewhere. People who lived outside the city fleeing into the city. People who lived in the city fleeing out into the outlying lands.
So this is what it looks like. The end times.
Mm.
It's horrifying.
I wish you all didn't have to see this with me.
Rob is just kind of full of rage at this point because he's upset with himself that he couldn't find a way to stop it in time. But this is on the
I
inside.
want Frankie to face this alone.
No, don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're here. I wish you could be here without having to see it. Does that make sense?
Gorkar, sure, your world beautiful at times, not like this.
Mm.
It was so beautiful.
You see the goddess is standing some way off, only a little ways off from you. And that golden light that usually encompasses her is now very, very dim. And she's just looking out across everything. And she says, "You will be all that is left of me after this. You will be all that remains."
And that's why you chose me? The last of your blood and all that? Hope for you?
I chose you because I had no hope, but you could be the hope for others. And I am sorry to ask so much of you, my child. It is not fair. It would have been unfair to ask of anybody.
I know. Like anybody in this position, I can't help but wish it had fallen to somebody else.
Well, as the
Take
way...
take me to my mother. I want to say goodbye.
Yes. My power is weak, but I can do this last thing for you. And she takes your hand, Frankie, and you feel yourself, and all four of you are taken to just outside of a very somewhat familiar tavern to you, Frankie. It looks like a lot of time has gone by. It looks like there's been a lot of repairs that have needed to have been done that have been neglected for too long. There's a bit of like some of the plants are overgrown around the ground, some of it cracking through the sidewalk leading up to the front door. And you can see just a lone light kind of flickering inside. You look up and you see that, to try and judge what time it might be, but it's just that endless orange sky that is timeless.
I'm going to say at this point, Frankie kind of forgets himself and just runs towards the entrance of the tavern.
Mm-hmm. It's unlocked.
Oh, yep, he tears in there. Mom! Mom!
There is a small... It looks like... almost looks like a small pile of rags and laundry and such that's piled up on a chair that, like, turns up, and within the folds of the cloth, you see, like, a tiny, old, sunken, sullen face. And she goes, Who's there? This place is
Frankie.
closed. Get out.
Frankie immediately goes to her side and goes, Mom, it's me. It's Frankie.
What? Frankie, don't be ridiculous. Frankie left a long time ago,
I didn't leave,
just like
Mom.
his father.
I didn't leave. I was taken from you.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh, that's my forte. Of course, I roll a 5, so I get an 11.
Well, an 11 is still good enough as she, looks up and you see her very heavy folds of her eyebrows kind of lift up, her eyes, like she's trying to, look at you weakly, and she goes, Frankie? Frankie, is that you?
Yeah, Mom.
You look
it's
like
me.
the day that you left. Where have you been?
It's so hard to explain, Mom. I was taken by your ancestor, the one who gave me my powers through our blood. A goddess. It doesn't matter. I'm just... You know what's happening, right?
Everyone's in such an uproar, but it's just the clouds. It'll clear up eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom, it'll clear up. The deity of the place that I've been... He's only allowed me to come back for a short time to see you again. A reward for service me and my companions have rendered.
Oh. I don't really understand what you're saying, Frankie, but you sound quite proud of yourself. So, good for you, son.
I wanted you to know I didn't leave on purpose, Mom. I would have never left this to you. I should have been here. I would have been here if I had any choice.
And who is this then? And she looks up at all the others that are in the room with you. Gorkar, Rob, and Jabbers.
These are my friends. And Frankie stands up and in turn introduces everybody. This is his lordship, Rob the Pure, a holy knight.
It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
And this is Gorkar, the mighty barbarian. He's a bugbear. His prowess in combat is legendary.
Oh, you made Gorkar blush if Gorkar could.
And this is Jabbers, and it is a very fine hat, the stealthiest, most cunning, most brilliant lizard I've ever met.
You bet.
Oh,
These are my friends.
sound like very exciting adventuring friends, Frankie.
Yes, I know. I'm sure it reminds you of Dad. I don't mean to bring that up, but I had to follow in his footsteps one way or another, I guess, even if I didn't want to.
And that night, you sit down. You have tea. She makes tea for all of you. It's not quite as good. You can tell that the plants in the area have suffered from this 0 day, but it tastes enough like home. One last time, and you spend about 2 hours before, Frankie, you kind of feel a shift around you, and you know that it is time. The door kind of creaks open, and a now almost completely dim figure of the goddess enters the room.
I never got to know your name. Can you tell me your name?
This was your goddess, so it's up to you what the goddess's name was.
Oh boy, I will have to come up with that at a different time.
She weakly pulls Frankie close and says something barely audible that only Frankie can hear.
Oh hell yeah, then I can reveal it later. That'll be fun.
And then there is a sensation of everything slipping, and all around you, the goddess, your mom, the tavern, everything just kind of gets eaten away by this darkness. And there's an uncomfortable moment where the four of you are just hanging in nothingness before a sensation that starts from your collar emanates out, vibrating through your bodies, and you are pulled, and you find yourself sitting in Lord Veld's office again, and he's like standing with his back to you all, looking at the bookshelves, and he like turns and goes, oh, I see.
Thank you for this great privilege you've given me, my lord. Your
There
generosity knows no bounds.
there is one final task. If you would attend.
What is it?
And he like stands up and just strides out. Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorse stand up, and they say, "Come with us. It is time to go to the Garden of the Gods."
So I figured. Come on, guys.
Rob nods and just follows Frankie closely.
Be right behind you.
You all find yourselves standing in the kind of lush warmth of this timeless day garden, this like timeless place of beauty. And Lord Veld approaches the statue of your goddess Frankie, the gleaming white granite, now seemingly a little bit less than you recall it being the last time you were here. Like something about it just seems lost. Something about it just seems different. And you're all kind of just quiet and numb in the small speech that Veld gives. It touches on this great emptiness which eats away and destroys everything, and how it is a sad day as yet another god, yet another world falls to the great end. And now we are here to ceremoniously commit yet another friend to the great abyss beyond, where none return. And he puts his hand on the statue, and it turns into gold.
As soon as he turns it gold, Frankie just says, "Goodbye, Lady Arenya."
And
That'll be the god's name.
Lord Veld doesn't wait for you all, but he does kind of, as he walks by you, Frankie, he does, you see him contemplate, like, his hand comes up, he thinks about maybe putting his hand on your shoulder or something, and then he just puts it back down to his side and says, "Well," and then turns and walks away from you. Leaving you all in the silence of this, of the garden.
Someone else was going to talk. You go. I'm talking a lot. Did I mishear that?
Well,
I think
Jabbers
so.
just said, well,
So do you guys want to go kill something? I feel the urge to kill something.
I just know we need to get stronger and faster. We need to get back on track and solve whatever this is, so we can stop it.
Gorkar liked this newfound fire in Frankie. Gorkar, very sorry about, all of that.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm still in shock. I need to do something. I need action, movement. I can't stand here.
Okay, let's go.
Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorst do approach you all, and they say, Lord Veld has you scheduled for another test down below in the dungeon.
Finally, exactly what I was talking about.
When? Now?
Yes.
Let's go.
Jabbers no have time for quick errand?
You have 2 hours to meet us in front of the dungeon entrance. Until then,
Oh.
make good time on what you want to get done. And they turn and start walking back out of the garden.
What's your errand, Jabbers? Maybe I can help you.
Maybe. Jabber's just going to reach into his backpack for that form that he had, which was supposed to be 2 days.
Oh yeah, that'd be today. Yeah.
The appointment, yeah.
Sure. I have an idea. Frankie takes his broom and mounts it and says, "Alright, hop on."
You think we have time?
You'll have time if you got me there.
Okie dokie, you know Magic Place better anyway. And Jabbers will hop on.
I would take you guys with us, but, the broom is only gonna seat 2.
Gorkar probably exceed weight limit by himself.
Okay, me and Gorkar can figure something out while we wait.
Meet you at the dungeon. And Frankie says the command word, which I believe we said was "rise, chicken,"
Rise, chicken!
Raz,
and then zooms away to the arcane ward.
You can change it, you know.
No.
You can change it on a long rest.
I didn't know that, and maybe I'll do that a different time. Like, Frankie also probably wouldn't know that yet.
It'll just be something he realizes, wait, I know everything about the magic of this,
I've
and
been
I
saying
know...
this stupid stuff for, months.
Oh, man.
So yeah, Frankie flies him and Jabbers to the arcane ward.
Rise, chicken! Jesus. Alright.
Well, we were supposed to go meet with Mr. Blacksmith.
That's right. Gorkar and Rob, perfect team for this job.
All right, now I guess we know where we're headed.
So all of you head back into the city proper. It is, of course, dark and foggy and rainy, as it always perpetually is in this place. Rob and Gorkar, the two of you are walking the streets. You head to Mr. Blacksmith's office.
Yeah.
The young lady who sat at the counter last time is here again. She looks up, smiles politely. What can I do for you gentlemen today?
We had an appointment to meet with Mr. Blacksmith today.
Yes, he is in his office. Please, make your way through the door here. And she points over at the door. He is expecting you.
Alright. Let's go, Gorkar.
Yeah. We walk back.
Rob
You-
kind of awkwardly knocks on the door and opens it up slowly and pokes his head in.
He looks up. Ah, welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. As you can see here, everything is in order. He lays the back of his hand, kind of slaps the back of his hand down a couple of times on a stack of papers that are kind of neatly, collated together and stapled.
Yeah. So we've come asking an interesting request.
Oh? This is not about the job with you all and Horestus?
Well, that too,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we have other things to ask as well.
Horestus sent over paperwork for all of you to sign on.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll definitely do that. But this is more of a question about your previous occupation.
Oh, smithing? I haven't done that in a long time, my friend.
I mean, do you miss it?
Oh no, I've always wanted to be, you know, a legal layperson, as it were.
Really?
Oh yes, the documents and legal mumbo jumbo. This is it for me. This is what I've always wanted to do with my life.
You don't miss the crafting and all the
Oh,
metalwork
goodness
and any
no,
of
I
that?
do not miss getting the slag splinters in my fingers and sore eyes from looking at red hot iron. No, I cannot say I miss it that much. I am not my father.
Well, Gorkar then wanted to ask, do you know anyone in the city who is a smith?
Have you checked the market district?
Gorkar's brows furrow, and you can tell he hadn't thought of that. He goes, of course, Gorkar checked market district.
I was gonna say the long, awkward pause there was just chef's kiss.
Have you tried the obvious?
Gorkar seems so short, you know, so Rob
Did
just
you
went with
have
it.
any other business that you were looking to attend to?
Oh, well, Rob can sign off on his papers. Gorkar,
Yeah.
pretty sure he already signed his.
Yes, and then you need to get the elf and the kobold friend of yours to sign it as well.
Okay.
And that
Rob,
would give Horestus the rights to put your likenesses on merchandise and cut you in on the cost. It looks like he's got a 50-50 deal set up for all of you.
All right then. That sounds good.
It says here all PRs on you.
I'm really
Gorkar, go ahead, PR.
What does that mean?
It means you have to promote yourself. He won't spend money to do it. You have to, if you want to advertise, that is on you. Advertising costs are on you, I should say.
I see. Okay.
And you are in competition with the other talent that has signed on with Horestus' shop. And the four of you are recognized as an entity together. As the Lost, is what he has written here.
It's not the name. I was chosen, but
That what
all
people
right.
keep calling us.
I nearly need this.
If you had
further.
another name, I can certainly put it in here. Happy New Year, Grumpy Tree. Thank you for the positive vibes. No one's hit first yet. Anyway. Good first, Grumpy. So yeah, the two of you are sitting in this office with the guy you sign off the paperwork, Rob.
I prefer the Guardians.
Jesus
We'll go
Christ,
with the
Grumpy,
Lost.
dropping 50,000 tokens on a brag.
I forgot
Yeah, I
about
mean,
that redeem.
could have gave me a legendary.
Oh, poor JC. He's gonna drop him on the plebeians.
That just means I'm gonna have to drop 2 when I drop 1.
Oh man. So you guys do your paperwork and such. Was there anything else you wanted to get done?
Gorkar kind of looks at Mr. Blacksmith and goes, Gorkar, not mean to jump to conclusions, but Gorkar thought check here first because Gorkar figured anyone who was good enough at blacksmithing to be called blacksmith and brought here by Veld was probably best blacksmith in Velderhop.
Oh,
Gorkar actually check market district.
no, I wasn't brought here for my smithing skills.
You were brought here to write up paperwork?
Well, I don't really have any special skills of my own, except that I made a deal with this entity one time. So,
Seems
it was a
everyone
really
has
good
similar
deal,
backstory.
too. It was actually such a good deal that he sent me here to keep me around, I guess.
Interesting.
What he's saying is he's a warlock.
Yeah, I'd suss that out.
Hmm.
It was the
Warlock.
deal with an entity for me.
Yeah.
Block of the most nefarious pact type, the legal system.
Well,
Well,
Rob,
the thing
it's
is
just not
he's
really
saying is
awkward.
that he got one over on a demon by making a deal with it that it signed on for that favored him. And it was so impressed with it that it was like, you're the only person who tricked me. I'm going to send you to do something important.
Yeah, so he
Velderheim.
out tricked the devil and got sent here. He's definitely a lawyer.
Pact of bureaucracy.
Rob, being a paladin is just uncomfortable at this point. He's like, well, I'm just gonna...
In any other situation, I'd probably try to kill you, but okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Right now.
Oh,
Let's go,
God.
Garlic, now.
He didn't say demon, the DM said demon. He said entity.
Well, yeah.
Isn't the light an entity?
I mean, it could have been a celestial entity for all you know. Because that is the thing. Or it could have been a nature entity.
Yeah, but he was raised in a holy order of
Use
knights.
the term deal.
He was raised in a holy order of knights.
I don't make a deal with my god. I make
Yeah,
an
but
oath.
here's the thing. You've definitely got deacons who don't have natural power who probably made a pact with the deity who you could consider to be a warlock, except you probably just call him a priest.
This is a matter of perspective.
So, anyway, we cut over to Jabbers and Frankie, who are flying through the rainy city on the broom.
Hmm?
I wonder if there's like an entrance through the top.
You see landings up at the top of the towers.
Okay, Frankie tries to land on one.
Yeah, you land
Like-
on one. There's like a door sitting there.
Like little wizards, like with the little like orange cone things waving people in.
See, this is much better. Jabbers and Gorky had to walk through wall.
Normally that's what I have to do. This is the first time I've tried this, honestly.
Well, Jabbers need to find some person named Arcanus Ken in enchantment department.
Yep. Okay, I can find that.
Great.
I'm assuming it's not difficult for me to navigate this place at this
Oh my
point.
god, no, I'm just my brain is being awful, and so you open the door and walk in, and you're immediately met with the eyes of there's like 100 women in here, all different variations of the iteration of the word witch, and there's like a bunch of brooms up along the wall, and I don't know, have you ever heard that sound of like the cats like there's like a bunch of them?
Yeah.
Like the room
Oh.
kind of theoretically you could consider that it sounds like that as they all watch Frankie walk in.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, ladies. I didn't realize this was a private affair. I thought this was just an entrance.
Jack
One of
Black.
them approaches you and goes, "Oh, not private, my good friend. What is your name?"
Francis. My friends call me Frankie.
"Oh, Frankie. No, this is the broom parking. We were just having a witches get together since we were the only ones who used brooms in the city, we thought."
I mean, why would anybody, give up the opportunity to fly?
That's what I said. And like there's like a murmuring of agreement. Frankie, you're getting the impression that maybe there's some like sexism behind like why the male wizards aren't using brooms from the general conversation happening around you, and this like they're like, oh, you know, he's this is what I mean by non-toxic masculinity. He doesn't care what people see him on a broom.
Hell yeah, feminist icon Frankie everywhere.
Accidentally racist feminist icon Frankie.
You can't have perfect allies. Something
That's
it doesn't exist.
t-shirt.
Accidentally racist feminist icon. Yep, perfect.
Yo, I love it. I'm dying over here.
And it's just a picture of Frankie giving a big thumbs up.
We can get in from here, or do I have to leave my broom here?
Yes,
Or...
yes, you cannot bring vehicles inside the building, so it is suggested that you leave it over here. And she like points over, and you see like a kiosk that says broom parking.
Okay, I go over to the kiosk. Hello, one space, please.
It's just a thing that says like place your. It has a sign that says place your broom here.
I'm gonna say no retcons. Frankie just walks up to it and tries to say that.
Yeah, it's just a kiosk. There's no one there manning it.
And he looks at Jabbers and goes, "Hey, you never know what stuff in the arcane ward just responds to you speaking to it. I found."
Yeah, magic very funny.
And Frankie puts the broom in.
It makes a buzzing sound as the broom gets sucked into an area unseen, and there's like a sound, and a little ticket pops out the bottom.
That's cool. It's self-checkout.
You look at it, it's got like, I mean, you don't understand what the hell it is, but it looks like an elongated QR code kind of thing.
What eldritch symbols are these?
It's just boxes.
At least it not number.
Yeah, good point. Frankie just pockets it. Shall we?
Yes, let's chow.
You make your way through the witch party.
Bye, ladies.
I mean, you could assume that they are variations of warlock and sorceress and wizard classes, but you know, maybe some clerics.
Magic.
You know, from wherever they're from, they were called a witch, and they've identified with it, and here they are.
Hell yeah. Take it back. Own it.
So yes, where are you heading in the arcade ward?
The enchantment thing? You have the note, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we are finding Arcanus Ken in the enchantment department.
You enter the enchantment department, and you just find yourself standing in front of Arcanus Ken's office. And like as you approach it, it opens up, and you hear a voice inside say, "Ah, perfect timing! Exactly when you were supposed to arrive."
Yes, Jabber's most punctual. It's that right word, right? Punctual?
Frankie just smiles and gives him a thumbs up.
Yeah!
Everyone arrives
Anyway.
exactly when they need to here. Why,
Oh,
this
so-
meeting is actually taking place 2 days ago in your time.
Wait,
Okay.
no, don't. Jabbers, it's a trick. Don't think about it too much. Just focus on what's happening now.
Well, Jabber's just already going with it.
That's the way you get by here. Go with the flow. Who cares what everything means? It's all meaningless in the end, isn't it? What can I do for
Probably.
you kids?
Here form. Right?
He takes it without looking at it and puts it down in front of himself. What is it that you're here for?
Jabbers, went to go neat thing to make it so that, friends, new tribe, not a shield, was it shield? Shield for, the gems. So the bears,
He looks at you, Frankie, and goes, translation? I don't
My
speak
friend-
kobold very well, sorry.
My friend here is looking for an item with some kind of enchantment that would protect us from scrying of other previous gem bearers. See, my friend
Oh.
here is the bearer of the gem of Dutrex, and we will all likely be bearing one of these as well in the future, so we'd kind of like to get a line on something like that.
I see, I see. A targeted anti-scrying spell.
Well,
That is
make it
intriguing.
so all the bears not kind of get that funny feel and look at us all the time and know that we have gem.
That is a very interesting prospect indeed. I think for a sum of about, I would say, 200 Velders, and I would be able to put some research and development time in on that. I would schedule you for an appointment tomorrow, regardless of how long it took, and we could take it from there. I think that this could, if I get to here. Do you know a Mr. Blacksmith?
We are well acquainted.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Good. He's the lawyer that I go. He's the attorney that I go through for all of my legal dealings. I would like the rights to market this magic after the fact, but certainly, if you cover the research and development costs, that this enchantment, which I think would cost maybe 2,000 Velders, could be yours free for all four of you, for fronting the R&D. How does that sound?
That's very good deal. Jabbers, jump at that deal.
There's like a pen furiously scribbling at a piece of parchment behind him in the air. You see it like just blotting down legalese like crazy.
How much gold Jabbers save?
Yeah, hell, I'd pitch in for that too, Jabbers, given that we're all gonna have to bear one of these things at some point.
No. Jabbers got this. Jabbers have nice pockets.
You have 2,000 Velders?
Oh, no.
200
No,
Velders.
Okay, you said 200 the first time and then 2,000, so it's
Well,
like, wait, hold on.
2,000 is what I would sell the enchantment for
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
per person.
So, like a markup of 100%? Or
Well,
is that
no,
10%?
you're spending a small portion to get the R&D started. I have most everything I need already, which I am providing free of charge, and then that would come out of the pockets of those in the future that would need this enchantment at 2,000 Velders a pop.
As long as we get it for the 200, I don't care.
Oh yes, 200 for all four of you. There's still four, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. Yes.
Capitalist monsters.
See,
Uh,
save.
Frankie looks at Jabbers and goes, I have $4.
Yeah, so for the four of you that are currently here as the Lost, the pen furiously scribbling, yes, the four of you that are currently here and no others. Any others would have to pay the 2,000. Yes, okay, good.
This is gonna come back to bite us in the ass if one of our characters dies.
Or if
Well,
somebody
Or
new
if we
joins,
get new players.
or if you get a new player, because
Yeah.
I run for up to 6 in my usual campaigns, and I might get antsy.
Well, that sounds like future problem, if problem at all.
No problem.
No problem.
Sure, Jabbers, you have the money, right? Because, I don't.
Jabbers do have the money. And Jabbers is just gonna fish out his big old koi purse.
So do you plop 200 Velders on the table?
Yes.
He looks at the money, looks at you, and goes, "Far be it from me to ask where you acquired this, my friend. I'm sure very legal means, but don't tell me it's okay." And he
Hey,
just
pal,
takes the
that's
money.
racist.
He takes the money and goes, "Be that as it may, you have yourselves a deal. I will get started on the R&D. See me tomorrow your time, and I will tell you when it becomes mass producible, but until then, we can cast it on your friend here."
That was good.
Okie dokie.
And by that I mean the times have to align again, which they currently don't.
What?
Don't worry
Now
about
Jabbers
it.
confused.
Don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Let's just go.
Okay.
You walk out of the office and back out through the muling of the witches' party, and you put your ticket into the machine and get your broom back. rather quickly. And as you start to turn to walk away from it, it says, "Thank you for noticing me."
See, I told you. It talks.
Jabber's not surprised.
I swear, everything in here talks.
You made this poor machine's existence worth it for one moment.
Well, now every time I park the broom here, I'm gonna talk to it. All right, let's go find the others.
So you fly overhead.
With the machine.
Rob and Gorkar, what are you two? You like walking out towards the Broken Fiddler, or where are you going towards that Frankie and Jabbers would see you from overhead?
Market District, I think.
Yeah.
Gorkar, for the first little bit of the walk, would be just muttering, Gorkar can't believe you not think about going to Market District.
I didn't want to crush your spirits, Gorkar.
What Gorkar thinking? Gorkar judge him based on his name? That's like namist.
Yeah, Gorkar's very smart. Everybody makes mistakes, Gorkar.
Frankie and Jabbers, you see Gorkar and Rob in a heated discussion down below, heading into the Market District.
I'm heatedly, trying to encourage him.
Hey, happy 420 by a minute, but I'm not going to do it because I can't right now.
Yay.
Maybe I will. You guys roleplay.
What you think they talk about?
I don't know. We could try to, eavesdrop on them.
Wait, Rob and Gorkar, what are your passive perceptions?
And
12.
Okay, neither of you notice Frankie and Jabbers in the sky at the moment.
Gorkar just think, judging someone by their name, like when Gorkar got judged because Gorkar is a bugbear. What's that called?
that's called being racist, Gorkar.
No, when you judge based on name.
Oh, I don't think that has any kind of definition.
Well, Gorkar call it namist from now on. And Gorkar not
Okay.
namist.
No, I don't think Gorkar is namist. This one was an honest mistake. And to be fair, you weren't wrong. He was a blacksmith.
That fair point.
And I bet when we find a really good blacksmith, we're gonna get a great deal for weapons and armor.
Well, Gorkar not wear armor, but Gorkar have good hammer, but Gorkar know you want to upgrade sword.
I do. And also I need to eventually don plate. It's kind of like tradition of the order.
Yeah, they're talking about names and plate armor and shit, you know.
I'm just trying to think of what, the best point to interject to let them know we're here would be.
I mean, eventually, Rob and Gorkar would, notice. With a 12 passive perception, that's eventually you notice Frankie and Jabbers just hovering slightly overhead.
2 feet above you guys.
Yep.
Gorkar just startles and turns around and goes, "Hey, how long need to be there?"
I don't know,
Very
Jabbers.
long.
How long has it been? 10 minutes?
Very long time. We hear embarrassing things.
Embarrassing. Like what?
Like all those hurtful things you said about Jabbers and I while we were away.
You weren't talking about
See,
Jeffrey.
that's not reasonable. You have to remain vague.
Faye?
I'm sorry, I'm new to this con. I've had a bit of a rough morning, in case everyone's forgotten.
We don't forget.
Gorkar just narrows his
Thank
eyes.
you.
Is like, Gorkar not sure, but Gorkar think you lying.
Maybe.
Very astute, Gorkar. Good job.
Anyway, Jabbers and Frank sacrificed part of Horde. Well, Jabbers sacrificed part of Horde to assure our future safety.
Well,
Very selfless.
thank you very much, Jabbers. It is indeed selfless. I'm
Yeah.
actually quite proud of you.
I'll get you back for my quarter of that.
Oh no, Jabbers just hold it over your head forever.
No.
That more satisfying.
That's fine by me, Jabbers.
Oh my god. That's great.
After all, Jabbers is the mightiest of all lizards.
And don't forget it.
Oh yeah, Jabbers, how do you feel about flying? Have you ever flown before?
Jabbers get wings someday. Inevitable.
Is that true? Do kobolds get wings? I don't actually know.
Okay.
They all
I
aspire to
just
just
wanna,
be
like,
dragons.
throw him.
Jabbers, roll a deception check.
Oh, he believes that.
My passive insight
Oh, well then
is
roll
13.
roll a persuasion against Frankie's insight check.
Okay.
Roll it because you're actively discerning, Frankie.
10.
No, I'm gonna say it's well either.
Well, it depends on what you get.
I got a fucking 8.
8? I mean, Jabbers believes what he's saying, and as far as you can tell, I mean, he's not lying, at least.
Well, that'll be neat.
Yeah. Kobolds all become mighty dragons someday.
It'd be hilarious if the canon was that actually happens, but literally no kobold ever has lived long enough to.
Yeah, it's like the carp that gets over the waterfall and turns into a dragon situation.
Yeah.
But no carp ever manages.
All right. So I'm gonna say at this point, Frankie lands and starts carrying the broom. I don't want to keep showing off with it, otherwise the DM will take it away from me.
Frankie just forever like hovers with the party, just like sitting on the broom so that his head is at the usual walking height.
Well,
Yeah,
Frankie...
see, normally that's what I would say, but I feel like if I keep showing off that I have it, Dad'll take it away from me.
No, now that you've had like that experience with the conversation around you, hearing about what them saying, like, hearing about what they said about like how it was impressive that you as a as a male would be writing that because blah 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 sexism, and like as you hop off the broom, you do note the number of looks that you have gotten from various people, man and woman alike, kind of disapprovingly.
Frankie is just gonna kind of look at everybody. What? It was 0 day. It was 0 day for my world today. Anybody got something to say?
Everyone like looks away very quickly. Like one person like gasps and like while they walk away quickly.
I thought the fuck not.
Jabbers just does the Jack Nicholson yes nodding. Because he knows exactly what he's doing.
So you guys go into the shopping district and you're looking for what?
Blacksmith.
Alright, I mean, you easily enough, eventually you come across a place, you can smell the sulfur from inside, and like, you can smell like I don't know if you've ever been near a real blacksmith, but it smells like a blacksmith outside, you can tell it's nearby.
But I want to try to find not just any blacksmith. I want to see if I can find a blacksmith who knows how to do I'm looking for really fancy craft and shit.
Yeah, so you stumble
as far
across...
as could do elven stuff. I know it's rare, but...
Nope, you stumble across a place that's got elven mail on display out front. It's got a mixture. There's a type of armor that you can't place. Gorkar, you recognize the telltale look of a dwarven style plate armor, and then Rob, you recognize the elegant flowing designs of elven plate mail.
This is definitely the place.
And weaponry. There's there's obviously 3 different master smiths from 3 different cultures working inside here.
Focus.
Very
We're
fancy.
gonna go inside.
Gorkar's gonna point at the dwarven one on their way in and go, "That good armor."
Yeah.
Ooh.
You enter, and there is a Let's see here, because I said dwarven, I said elven, and I left the last one open. So what I'm gonna do
Human.
is,
I was thinking human. Limited knowledge.
For the record, I'm gonna say, Frankie, when we get there, Frankie goes, I'm gonna wait outside if it's all the same to you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've never been partial to smiths myself.
You can keep an eye out for those crazy bear people.
Will do. And Frankie is gonna. While the whole time they were doing this scene, Frankie's just sitting outside stuffing his new pipe with tobacco and smoking.
Hell yeah. Alright, so the armor that you didn't recognize the look of at first, I'm going to say is... I'm looking through the race list right now, trying to pick something that just sticks out to me that I don't use very often. Leonin.
What is that?
A Leonin is like a lion person.
Love it.
They're from Mythic Odysseys of Theros material.
Think a regular human would fit?
Well, I haven't technically played a Leonin before. What I did was I played a changeling who identified as their Leonin personality, and they told everyone he was a Leonin. So for the first like 3/4 of the campaign, all the players actually believed that I was a Leonin. Until at one point there was a thing that came up where they were like, oh, you know, the people that are attacking the city are like changelings, you know, blah blah blah. My character was like, all right, you guys know me, I've always been here, there's something I need you guys to be really cool with, because I'm not one of them, but shoop shapeshifts in front of them. I've actually been a changeling this whole time, but like I don't identify like you know, it's complicated. So anyway, you guys are in the blacksmith. There's a Leonin, there is a dwarf, there's an elf smith.
Are they like close enough where they'd all like hear the conversation, or are they all like on opposite ends of the store?
Well, currently the Leonin is manning the front desk, and it looks like the front desk is like this very long, rugged iron counter, and then behind it are these large, like, it's 3 different forges inside this building, impossibly, but you know that magic exists and kind of puts things in weird places in this city. So there's like 3 massive forges alongside each other, very distinctly different from each other in their setup and like the tools like that they're using. And you can see like there's a dwarven blacksmith hard at work back there, and there's an elven blacksmith hard at work. The dwarf is like a really squat little guy, completely shaved bald head with a glorious gray beard that goes down to his toes, and he's got like these large shaded goggles on as he works. The elf is a woman, a very broad-shouldered, muscular, like very tight, muscular elven woman who is currently forging a blade. And the Leonin is like you know, apparently they take it in shifts maybe, because the Leonin's just chilling up at the desk, and he sees you all walking and goes, "Ah, welcome."
I'm gonna approach him, and my name is Rob the Pure. I'm a holy knight of the Order of the Pure, and I wish to speak with the blacksmiths of this establishment.
Oh, you're speaking to one of them, and I speak for the 3 of us while I sit at this counter. What can we do for you?
Me and my friend here, this is Gorkar, a mighty barbarian.
He looks over at Gorkar. I've won a lot of
Gorkar's
money on you,
waving.
Gorkar.
Oh, you know Gorkar. Well, no, of Gorkar. Nice to meet
He picks a bobblehead up from on his desk and turns it around. It's a Gorkar bobblehead.
Oh,
Gorkar beams. You want Gorkar to sign that?
Oh yeah, sure. He hands you like a marker in the thing.
And Gorkar has like, he doesn't hold the marker the normal way. He holds it like in his fist, and just very, you know, basic letters, all capitals, Gorkar.
He takes it back and looks at it and goes, "Well, thank you, Gorkar. So what can we do for you? We're the
So,
Smithy Three."
well, you see, as you know, we are fighters and possibly newest and best champions of the arena. And we're here because we want to represent you
Mm.
with your armor and weapons, because as I was walking around the marketplace, I couldn't help but notice that by far you guys obviously have the best craftsmanship here.
Well, indeed, we do have some of the best craftsmanship in the city. The three of us, respectively, were Grandmaster Smiths of our kingdoms, respectively. We all come from the same world. We all came together. Unfortunately, the fourth individual, who is not from our world, was lost in the dungeon below, and that is the day that we decided to just put up shop here instead.
Well, we work with Horestus, and we were wondering if we were to promote you in the arena, in your store, so that other arena contestants come to you for their armaments and other supplies, if you'd give us a discount.
Roll a persuasion check, Rob.
Hopefully, charisma's not Rob's dump stat.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, he's a paladin. It should be good. He has
Ah,
16.
Classic paladins, baby.
He has 16 charisma. I'm looking
I
at him
rolled
right
like
now
garbage to
on the
11.
screen. 11. He kind of furrows his nose a bit and he goes, this, whether we are fans or not, we cannot give such readily give out such discounts. Sorry, the Smithy 3 run a very tight business.
What if we could prove our worth?
I'd say,
After all, we are the newest bearers.
how about you purchase one set of armor from us, and you do well in the next arena fight that you go and enroll in. And we will be watching and betting on you. And if we make a lot of money off of that fight, it might become worth it to stamp our symbol on more things that we might then gift upon you for doing such a fine job with your purchase that you made here.
All right, then. And Rob extends his hand. You got yourself a deal. And a challenge accepted.
And he says, so which of you is being fitted? As he doesn't take your hand, but instead hold his hands up, and he's got, like, a measuring tape in them.
That would be me?
Yeah, Gorkar's just pointing over to Rob, going, Gorkar don't wear armor. Gorkar look for things to smash and slash with.
Also, out of character, how much would a longsword +1 be to green?
200.
I get 2 gold off.
200 Velders.
Yes, and 200 Velders.
Or Veld bucks, I'm sorry, 200 Veld
2 Veld
bucks.
bucks, though. But they said I had to
When I
purchase
said
something
Velders
from
earlier, I meant Veld bucks. I don't know if you guys knew that I don't know if
Gorkar, I don't suppose you have 2 Veld bucks on you that I could borrow.
Gorkar have 2 belt bucks to spare. You see a kind of fat satchel on Gorkar's head.
Oh, wait. I mean, I have to. I could just sell my regular longsword, no?
You could for half the price
For
that it's
like
worth.
7 gold for 7 Veld bucks.
Yep, you would get 7 Veld bucks if it's worth 14.
Oh, okay, there we go. Never mind. I'm sorry, Gorkar.
His fucking satchel back into his furs. Like, oh, nobody else saw that.
I do appreciate that you would have given me the money.
Rob tricked you into showing off how much money you had.
I'm gonna buy a longsword +1, assumingly that they have one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, easy. Which make do you want? The Leonin, the Dwarf, or the Elvish? It's only for flair.
Oh, the Leonin, for sure.
Alright, yeah,
So
he
it
proudly
represents the
shows off.
landman.
Now, the Leonin blades, they have a bit more heft to them, but they're very well balanced. And because you're proficient with such weapons, it doesn't take too long for you to get used to the little bit of extra weight and learn how to use it to like throw the blade around hard.
Excellent.
That's what gives it its +1 is the specific way it's been crafted with weight.
Can't
Whereas
wait
the
to use
Elven
it.
blade would be a bit more dexterous in flair. And I don't know if the Dwarven blade has. Maybe it's just good at using the blunt edge.
It's got an especially damaging pommel.
Pommel strike. Thunk. There's that +1 for you.
Gorgar would want to look for a dwarven make +1 great axe.
Easy. Easy peasy. 200 Veldbucks.
That's 200. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Jabbers would also need an armor set.
So I accomplished one task so far. Now we just need to go in the arena and kick some ass.
So is Jabbers, do you have money to buy yourself armor, or are you going to be begging the other players for money?
Nah, I got the money. We're only getting some studded leather, so that's not very expensive at all.
I mean, Gorkar might be able to get you a magic set of armor if you ask him. I don't know.
Well,
Or actually, no, not armor. I'm sorry. Armor is +1 is a blue. Never mind.
yeah.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, I'm back to 5.
Yeah, even Gorgar is that rich.
Got a long way to plate armor.
Woo. All right, so you're just buying yourself some studded leather then.
Yep.
All right, whatever the cost is in there, the gold is the same as Veldbucks.
Yes.
And you guys do business. By the way, which make were you buying? Were you buying like a Dwarven set, an Elven set, or a Leonin set? Because they have it at all sizes.
We'll go in with the dwarven set since they're a little bit smaller in stature, and they do
Yep.
good armor.
It's like metal and stone worked in together.
Sweet.
There's like a stone belt buckle kind of thing. A very sturdy stone.
Question.
Yep.
Instead of a regular +1 great axe, would there be a chance that there would be a great axe of warning here? It's also a green.
No.
Alright, I'll take the regular +1 great axe then.
No warning weapons, damn you.
I just wanted it for that sweet advantage on initiative.
Yeah.
The rest of it be damned.
Cannot be surprised, you son of a bitch. I let somebody have that in one game one time, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I already rolled for you and you failed.
I was going against your passive perception, but I can't surprise you. You just know something. You have spidey sense. Like you felt the Green Goblin's personality shifting before it happened. You're OP.
What item is this?
Distinctly.
I want Spider-Man sense. What item is this?
Nothing you're
Warning
getting.
weapons.
Nothing you're getting. Don't worry about it.
Whack.
Whack. This shouldn't be in the PHP.
I'm also just gonna go ahead and sell my old leather.
You got it.
Yep.
You get some Veldbucks for it. And you guys head out from the shop, having talked business and made business. You bought more than the agreed upon deal, and he just goes, "We will take into account the fact that you are so eager in your desire to represent us on the arena floor." And like the dwarf and the elf, you see the dwarf and the elf both like look up from their work and like give you all like a nod before going back to their work. The Leonin just nods as well, like all three of them at the same time, almost like they're psychic or something. They
won't
are
let you
all
know.
wearing a particular ring which allows them to communicate telepathically with each other. So there is that.
That's awesome.
Jabbers appreciate good deals.
And you all exit having got a pretty good price on your armor. It wasn't marked up, it was that price.
I'm gonna say when you guys get out there, Frankie is just like leaning against the wall, staring off into the distance with like the pipe in his mouth. Like he does not register that you guys have exited the building.
Oh.
Frank!
That
Huh?
works.
What? Huh? What? Oh, sorry.
Hi.
You guys are done?
Yes. And we have come to an agreement with them.
Oh, like a marketing deal?
Yes.
You do note, Frankie, that they're wearing new armor. Like it takes you a moment, but you now realize like they're all wearing some of them are wearing new stuff.
Oh
Or
yeah,
not
that's
new armor, but new weapons are at their
well,
sides.
Jabbers has new armor. The other two have new weapons.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Snazzy stuff. You guys hook us up a deal on weapons or something?
Yeah, Rob like shows him the longsword. He hasn't even put it away yet. He's like, "Yeah, look at this. Look at this fine craftsmanship made from this lion man that I didn't even know existed until today. And this is some of the best work I've ever seen. I wish I could take this home and show the other paladins."
It looks like fine work, my lord, but you should know the subtle arts of craftsmanship for arms and armor is kind of lost on me.
Oh, this is like Rob being giddy and excited about something.
Yeah, that's why he's like, yeah, like I agree, it looks super cool, but like I don't know anything about this.
I don't know anything about swords, but cool.
My weapon is a slingshot and a stick.
Rob's basically like, "Come on, guys, let's go to the arena or something. Let's go
Nothing wrong with slingshots and
try
sticks.
something."
How much
Mr.
time? How
Mr.
much time we have?
You
Never
guys,
mind, go ahead.
You guys can see Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorst down the street, standing in front of the dungeon with their arms crossed, like watching you all.
They're such party poopers.
We like I know, I feel like we have to just like fucking baller move eye contact, walk over to the arena,
Oh man.
Right?
fucking flex
Or
on
the
these
powers
dudes.
that be.
Not now, Chief. I'm in the
Desire.
zone.
Don't
to see a
invoke
combat.
them. Don't
I
invoke
mean,
the audience.
they said do what you need to do before coming. We understand. So if this is what Frankie needs to vent, they're gonna let you do it.
Well, like they said, we have 2 hours, so like has that time allotted? Is what we're asking.
Oh, it's been like an hour. You have enough time. Like a fight is over within like less than a minute. Usually a fight's over in like 18 seconds. So you can get in there, do a fight.
Rob's come out of his normal paladin, thing. It's like super excited for once.
You're gonna make me
Go.
put together a goddamn fight on the fly.
Well, we're gonna go into the dungeon. Why don't we just go now? Why don't we just go to the dungeon?
Fine, but this. All right,
You want Tess' new weapon. That's what you want.
I do. But the deal.
In a dungeon.
Gorkar think maybe by time we get back from dungeon, maybe we can see trainers and get even stronger.
All right, that's a good point, Gorkar. Let's go.
We only say next arena fight. That could be any time.
That's true. Wait, I wasn't in the room, so I'm just assuming
should-
if that's true.
We should
like
get
upset like a teenager at this point because he is a
we should
teenager.
get familiar with the way the new stuff feels, and then use it to destroy people in the arena.
Break it in.
Show the mighty power of my order.
Either way, we're gonna get tested by something, vis-a-vis martial prowess.
I will face it with might.
Maybe I'm being a little bit selfish about this. You all had to witness that too. Rob, you holding up?
Rob
How
gets
you
maybe-
doing, buddy?
Rob gets real serious for a moment again. I don't know. I mean, knowing that your world is gone, I don't mean to think about myself, but I
I mean,
wonder how much time I have left,
well,
or the other two as well.
that's what I'm saying. I know this has been hard on me, but like, the Band-Aid is ripped off. Sorry, the bandage is ripped off to a certain extent.
Um,
It's not this thing hanging over me in the future. It's done. You know.
I know, but I'm also sorry because I I want to stop this. I wanted to save everyone's world, not just my own.
You can't fix everything. That's not how world work.
You're right. It's because I'm not strong enough yet, but I will be. We're gonna
Gorkar,
fix this.
Gorkar been thinking about this a lot, and Gorkar feel lucky to have escaped. Gorkar's sad that worlds are ending, but Gorkar in this place and Zolnar be in this place for 700 years.
It's not just about us. It's about all those innocent lives. Their futures.
You have time to fix this.
I mean, for me, it's about me. I genuinely would have rather have been left there to die, and spend the last few moments with my family than be separated under the vague auspices of hope for people other than the ones I care about.
If it means anything, I am glad you're here with us, Frankie.
Yeah.
I mean, under other circumstances, I am glad that I have met you guys. I just wish it didn't have to take everything else away from me to do it.
Gorkar understand where Frankie coming from. Must have been nice to have family.
I genuinely never wanted anything else out of my life. I would have been perfectly happy staying there till the day I died.
Hmm.
Well, the way I see it is you're here, which means there's a piece of your universe here that's you. And if you're here, then there's hope that we can maybe use the energy or something, our life force, something to bring our worlds back. I have hope that we can find a way. Not
Yeah,
to save the worlds that are still only alive, but bring back those that are gone.
I don't know how much you caught my exchange with Lady Arenya, but I am literally her blood relative. Like, she is an ancestor of my family.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So I have some suspicions that they're, the survival of my world and her may be a little bit more literal than metaphorical.
Either way, I can't give up hope that there is a way, some force, some magic that I can find that'll save everyone.
I hope you're right, Rob. Really do.
We try.
So we're gonna go to the dungeon now, or I really want to set something on fire, guys.
Need distraction. Yeah.
Right.
Gorkar is ready.
To the dungeon.
To the dungeon!
Oh, so far! Away!
Oh my goodness. So you all approach the dungeon. Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorst watch you as you approach. And they look at you, Frankie, very seriously, and they say, "Are you ready to go below?"
Why are you looking at me? What does this have to do with me? We're all going, right?
Indeed.
Because trauma.
He means your emotional state, Frankie.
I mean, the emotional state that I am in is conducive to killing things, which is typically part of these tests. So yeah, let's do it. I'm good.
Neat.
Very well. And they lead you down the dark tunnel until you find yourself standing in front of the Shagoeth. And they say, place the Gem of Dutrex in the slot.
Okay. Devers is less disappointed this time because he knows he's going to get it back. So he does his thing.
And you enter into the portal that forms. And you find yourselves entering into a sleepy little farming town. You are all down here at the gate.
You son of a bitch!
Oh.
I know exactly what this is. Oh, it's so good if this is what I think it is. It's so much
I have a
pain.
good idea.
Oh, great. A piece got stuck to my mouse. I have to
And I thought
refresh.
earlier was trauma.
It's in my mouse.
that's a reference only you guys get, you sons of bitches. Oh my
Listen,
gosh.
I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff, and people reference stuff I don't understand, but they all do. It's only fair.
Where did that token go? Well, I don't even know. Well, anyway, you all approach this small, sleepy farm town. There's a person. There's like a simple leather engarbed guard at the gate who watches you approach, and he says, "Hail, travelers! What can I do for
Hello
you?"
there.
Looking
Wonder-
around, by the way, it is strange because outside the bounds of the physical area of the map here, you see like that twisting abyssal nothingness. And to the south of you, there's just a thick fog.
Well, my name is Rob the Pure, and we were sent here on a mission by Lord Veld.
Sorry, I do not know any Lord Veld, but you are welcome into the village if you like.
Certainly.
And he like steps to the side.
Where are we exactly?
Oh, this is Terrence Town.
Herentstown.
Yeah, none of you recognize the name Terrence Town.
Oh, thank fuck. I thought
Maybe.
this was gonna be a whole different thing, Dips.
No, I'm not that evil. Come on.
Oh,
Maybe
but it would have been
Uh,
so delicious.
Might I ask, has there been anything unusual as of late?
He just nods and goes, "Oh, certainly." And you watch him as he like brings his hand up to the side of his face. And Rob, I think you would recognize like a detect good and evil spell, right?
Yes.
As he casts like a detect good and evil and like looks over all of you and then just nods and says, "Yep."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
What was that for?
I'm just making sure.
Oh, if I haven't been straight, I'm a paladin. I'm a holy knight from the Order of the Pure.
Yes. You've mentioned.
So you don't know why we're here?
No, not entirely. But it's been a long time since we've had visitors.
Do me a favor, pal. I'm sorry, what's your name?
He looks at you blankly for a moment, and he just kind of like blinks and he says, "Huh?"
Your name. What do we call you?
I'm sorry. I don't understand the question. That's okay. You're welcome into the town if you like.
Have you ever heard of a place called Velderheim?
No, guys. I don't think we should go into this town.
Well, it's the
Why?
dungeon.
Gorkar not think we have any choice.
Well, at least let's take a step back so maybe Frankie can tell us what he's thinking openly. If you could excuse us for a moment. I'll tell that to the guard.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Something about this isn't right.
What do you mean?
I can't.
Maybe they have no concept of name.
It does seem strange, but I mean, where we come from, Velderheim at this point, I guess I sometimes don't question the
Maybe it's the trauma talking, but I don't think any of this is real.
Sure, but I mean, where else can we go? There doesn't seem to be a whole world here, just fog.
Maybe we should examine it from the outside before entering.
Okay. I mean, we could
The
try.
walls?
Yeah, the walls. Let's start with that.
Okay.
Not the greatest climber.
No, don't climb them.
Man,
You
say
guys,
something.
you guys are like 15 feet away from this guy discussing this.
Guys, say something funny happened. You know, say what? Maybe
doesn't
we
e-
ask what?
He doesn't even know what names are. I'm not the suspicious one here.
Alright, well, I suppose let's take a walk around the walls. I'm gonna be in whispering.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make an investigation check to see if I can discern anything odd about the wall, unless it's a perception or something.
All right, roll an investigation on the wall.
-1. I still got an 18.
An 18. Seems like a wall.
More like the fog behind us that I'm curious about.
It's pretty well made. It seems like it's pretty old, like it's been here for maybe a generation or two. And it's pretty well set in.
I would cast Detect Magic, but Frankie doesn't know that spell.
Oh,
I just think this is a chunk of world that Lord Veld stuck here somewhere. Maybe like the last one, like that dark forest we went to.
But, like, why? This is a test, right? This
We're
is like-
talking about the men who built a city full of madness.
Yes,
Who knows why he does these things?
Elderheim is full of madness, but so far everything he has done has been clearly deliberate to us, to test us or cause us to learn or grow in our prowess.
there's another.
Do
There's
we notice
another
the citizens
person.
moving around us?
There's another
Yeah.
person who has like approached the gate and is like looking down at all of you, and she like blinks and then she like looks over at this guy and he like walks over and they begin talking to each other.
Yeah, well, while they are going and looking at walls, Jabbers just turns around and calls out to the guy. He says, you say strange thing happened lately. What strange thing happened?
I did?
Yeah.
Gorkar hears this and stops his random walking around, checking different parts of the wall, not knowing what he's looking at.
Okay, see, it's not just me, right?
I mean,
No, I mean, I agree this place is suspicious, but I mean,
sure, things have been going on, but you know, it's a small place.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
Well, oh, I guess the goats gave birth the other day. That's interesting, right?
That's
not an
strange.
odd occurrence.
Well, I mean, we only have 2 goats. Well, now we have 6.
Your goat gave birth to 6 offspring?
Animal husbandry is a very common thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, goats don't give birth to 6 kids.
No, they say had 2 goats, now have 6. Litter's common. Animals,
yes.
that's how it work.
They've
Not
had
in
a,
goats. They
they've
give
had
birth to like 1 or 2 at a time.
yeah, so they've had a few litters already.
Oh, okay, see, you made it sound like yesterday you had 2 goats, and this morning you have 6.
Sure.
I don't think that's what he said, but
Frankie just looks at everybody and, like, waves his hands around, like, come on, right?
No, I get it. But
I don't.
It just seems like
I'm
his
not.
memory is
I'm not
fogged
sure
and
what you
lost.
mean by yesterday.
Right. I feel this is just a piece of world that has been ripped apart.
anyway.
No,
Never
this
mind
place
you.
is as whole as it's ever been, as far as I know.
Okay.
I'm certain.
I'm gonna make an Arcana check as a long shot here to see if I can figure out, like, what is going on here, if it's magical. Yeah, no dice, that's a 4.
Yeah. Rob is just getting frustrated and saying, I'm going in headstrong and I'll figure it out from the inside.
You're very welcome in. And they like
Okay.
step to the side to let you by. Oh, Rob! Ah!
Punch.
I'm picturing Rob just bursting in and awkwardly bowling her over as she tries to get out of the way.
No, see, for me it was like a Cronenberg thing where they, like, teleported to the same space and, like, melded together.
Oh God.
As Jabbers passes, he stops and turns to the new lady and says, "Hi, who you?"
What? And he looks at it like she looks at the guy and he looks at her and they both like shrug.
What you?
Welcome into town.
Okay. That's not gonna answer anything.
Rob just keeps like one hand on
He
the
tried
hilt of
who?
his
He tried
longsword.
what?
I'm a villager here. What else do you think I am?
Who knows?
I'm telling you all this is a bad idea.
Well, that's why we're here.
Fair enough.
So you walk in the town. There's like a guy standing by this cart here. As you walk by, he just waves. Hello,
Hi.
welcome to Tarrington.
Oh,
Whoa.
name change again?
No, Terrytown.
Oh, Terrytown?
Yeah, or Terryton for
Okay.
For the Hicks.
Who you?
Huh?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Walk over to here.
There's a small gathering of some of the local women here out in front of this building. They look at you as you approach.
Rat.
Hello? How can we help you?
Nameless.
My name is-
No, you go. You go, mine's a dumb joke. You go.
Excuse me, but we were sent here to investigate a problem.
Huh.
You were all gathered here. I was wondering if there was maybe a problem in front of this building.
They look
Oh,
they look
perhaps.
amongst each other for a moment, and then one of them speaks up and says, "The others that went." And then she just the redhead nods. Yes, the others. And she bends down and like she like kneels down into the dirt and starts drawing what looks like a map. And you see like a thing that looks like maybe the town here, and then it shows like a line out the south. She draws like a little cloud kind of symbol, and then further still she draws like a tower, and she points and says, "The others there."
Are you saying that others went into the fog out the south gate to a tower?
They all looked amongst each other and shrug, kind of confused.
Rob just lights a cigar. He's getting very, very frustrated.
Frankie is gonna pick up a stone. Just like a stone from the ground.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna cast light on it.
Uh-huh.
No, never mind. I don't know. No, cancel all that. I don't know light. I forgot I didn't know light.
Okay.
All right.
Gorkar's
So
been staying to the back because he's used to like humanoid villages like being very shocked at his presence. So
They
he's
don't-
just like has he noticed any glances or anything?
Oh, they're not looking at you any different than anybody else, which is to say that they seem very indifferent to the lot of you.
So the buildings they're standing in front of, anything important about them, or are they just like houses?
Nope. I mean, it looks like a town hall kind of building, like an administrative. The round buildings seem like houses. The two in the center, one of them looks like it might be like a kitchen kind of deal. The building that,
Okay.
like the squarish building behind you, is like a farmhouse kind of building.
Does it look like there might be anyone inside the town hall, or is it empty?
Nope. Looks like everyone's standing around outside.
Who's in charge here?
In charge?
Right. Who runs this place?
They seem
Yeah.
confused by the question.
Gorkar
What
thinks
do you know? What is it that you do with your daily lives? I
We
mean,
tend
you
to
are
this. We tend to this place. The garden,
could
the
be-
animals.
And
Gorkar think we should try and find Tower. I think they give us all they know.
Ain't no
I think so,
goats.
Yes, others go to place.
all right, let's go to place. I'm just gonna walk up to the fog here. Not gonna go in it though.
Before we even do that, I'm just gonna say Frankie walks up to the door to the like farm building and tries to open the door.
It's unlocked.
He just takes a cursory glance inside. It just looks like a normal room.
Yep, there's like stores of animal feed and fertilizer and seeds and all kinds of like shit. There's like some chickens nesting up in one of the rafters. It's a farmhouse.
He closes the door and follows Rob.
The
So
chickens, Eddie.
Gorkar stopped short before leaving town, and as Frankie's passing him, he's like, Frankie, is this what home was like?
No.
as
like-
as we're on a way out, Jabbers wants to just okay. Well,
Oh, sorry.
maybe,
Okay,
maybe
go
I'm
for
over
it.
I was just gonna glance over at the goats because they seem to be a thing that they know. They look like regular goats?
Yeah, they just look like, goats, like you've seen goats before. These definitely look like goats and some sheep.
Well, yeah, it was a long shot, but fucking.
As everyone approached Rob, you just see him like self-experimenting, like throwing rocks into the fog and waiting for a result or something to happen.
Nope. Nothing doing.
Fun fact, goats have square pupils.
Jesus.
I didn't know that. That's really cool, I guess.
So, yeah, you all walk up to the fog wall.
Frankie just kind of sticks his staff into it.
Yeah, you stick it into fog. You can't see the other side of it where it goes into the fog.
I mean, I'm a man of faith, so
And Gorkar is man of rage.
Rob just like takes a big like inhale of his cigar and just exhales. Might be my last. And just takes a step forward like he did in the Garden of the Gods.
All right. And all of you follow, I assume.
Rob
Yeah.
just plummeted into the universe and never to be seen again.
You're all dead forever, never to be seen again. Roll new characters. Get
This is the end of the podcast. Goodbye.
These people are all just going to be on standby over here. They're not on the map.
Okay, I was gonna say there's just everybody in the tower. It's like the same people.
Well, put yourselves at the north end, because you exit the fog, and on the outside of this like ruined building. or this ruined tower. It's not a tower anymore. The walls have long since crumbled, and it's very, very run down here. But yep, this is what you see. What you see is what you get, basically, here.
Interesting. I suppose this is the tower. I don't see the others.
I didn't want to solve puzzles. I just wanted to kill things.
Make a perception check, Rob.
Damn it. 2.
All right. Anybody else want to make a perception check?
Yeah.
Throw my hat
Yeah.
there, right?
Gorkar might be good at looking.
This might be a good thing. I might be getting all the bad rolls out, like right
I
off the
want to
bat. Here.
perceive things, but I can't because that's a crappy
14.
roll.
I got a 19.
All right, Gorkar, the smell of blood meets your nostrils, and you look down and you realize that in amongst the rubble that's under your all's feet, like I said, what you see is what you get. You see the dead person sitting there, crushed
I
underneath
did
rocks.
not notice that dead person sitting there.
Does a 19 get me anything extra?
Yeah, you see the dead guy.
I said anything extra.
I am going to.
I mean,
Cast
you
Divine Sense.
you know that any dead person that's crushed under debris on the map here is like the blood is mostly fresh. Like whatever happened here happened fairly recently.
Blood's still
Ooh.
fresh.
Can I
Yep.
cast Divine Sense in front of me here?
Sure. I don't know what that does.
Lets you see undead.
It lets the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
Is that the only things it says? Celestial, fiend, and undead?
Correct. You can detect good and evil.
Yeah, but are those the
Oh,
only?
yeah, specifically, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Those are specifically the only things it lists?
Yes.
Thought it listed more than that. Hold on. You're doing detect good and evil, right?
Divine Sense.
Oh, Divine Sense, the paladin feature, not the spell.
Oh, okay.
So Frankie made everyone aware of this, or someone made everyone aware of this corpse here.
Celestial, fiend, undead. Okay, nope, you don't see any of those things near you.
Interesting.
I love the way that was worded. Awesome and cool.
Yeah.
I was like,
Awesome and cool.
but I do feel like I gained information here.
Gorkar think we should proceed with caution by the
Very
smell
much
of
so,
things.
so far.
And Gorkar's nostrils flare.
Can Jebus
This happened
rifle
very
through this
recently.
corpse's possessions, if any?
I mean, they were simple farmers, so there's like simple tools and stuff. You hear kind of a, not the fly that's currently going off on Sirenscape, but you hear the crackling sound
Oh,
of
I
like
hate that.
electricity inside, from inside the building.
Does the fly ever stop?
Eventually.
Gorkar is going to move into the outer structure through this, like, what appears to be hole in the wall.
Uh-huh. You enter the first ring, you hear the crackle of electricity from further in.
Gorkar
kind
don't
of
like the sound of this.
You can kind of see like the blue sparks of light intermittently through the cracks in the walls.
How about from where I'm standing?
Yeah, you've got a clear view in. You can see the very central chamber has like electricity arcing in it from a central
interesting.
glowing glyph that's growing like red, green, and yellow in varying colors as it swirls. And then the electricity is like arcing throughout the room interior.
This screams magic.
This feels like the kind of thing I should know, but don't.
Yeah, I don't really work in this department. More like demons and evil and stuff.
Neither did I, my lord. Neither did I.
Maybe you want Jabber's scout? Around?
Before we move further in, can I take a quick bio break, like less than 2 minutes?
Sure.
No, hold
Okay.
it.
Right.
No,
What
did you already spend your bathroom token this week?
No.
Man, I'm glad we don't have an HR department.
We're not big enough yet. Eventually.
I don't want to be spending the rest of this thinking about how bad I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Oh
suppose
man, the
I'll take this
joke
time to
about
grab myself
bathroom
some coffee.
tokens being a thing, and the joke about bathroom tokens being a thing in some games is like, no, it's serious.
Or like a hall pass.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh.
And flies back. Nice tower here.
You know, it's a fixer-upper.
Yeah, I mean, if we got some paint, some like materials, we could really make some home here.
Maybe it's because I view it as a stereotype or something, but I really don't want to live in a tower.
Sorcerer not wanting to live in a tower.
We can give you your own sorcerer.
Okay, I'm back. No, seriously, I don't want to live in a tower.
You can even have an alchemy lab.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, you all enter this building, and it is a wrecked mess. Hey, Grumpy Tree redeem positive vibes.
Oh.
The vibes are momentarily positive.
All right, well, so okay. Think, Frankie. Think. You're the resident wizard. I mean, sorcerer, whatever. You're the resident magic guy.
Yeah, got
How does this work? Think back. Think back to the stories your dad told you.
Maybe before enter spooky lightning spot, we look round his spooky lightning spot.
You mean like the perimeter of this room?
Yes.
Sure.
Gorkar usually more the charge in and smash guy, but we can look around.
You know that's lightning, right?
Gorkar, no. Gorkar smash lightning too.
Buddy, look, I'm very proud of you. You're a very strong guy. Eventually, all these hits you keep taking are gonna take their toll. So, like, you should probably not deliberately get hit all the time.
Gorkar looks at Frankie and goes a little cross-eyed before shaking his head and going, Gorkar not know what you mean.
Yeah, all right, yeah, sure.
He'll be
Just
fine.
a thought, you know, just something to think about.
Jabbers is going to move over this relief direction and try to kind of peer if he sees other things that he could not see from that particular side of the broken wall. I can words good.
Make a perception check.
I love perceiving. My dice say I have, like, perceiving too. It's in a dirty 20.
Damn.
You see the dead bodies scattered around the room.
Ooh.
This wreckage that is still smoking seems fairly recent as the electricity arcs around. You can tell looking around by the floor that there was an explosion of some sort that originated from the very center.
Oh.
The electricity
found
seems to
letters.
be dissipating energy from whatever this explosion was, but you see like broken pieces of magical equipment, like broken alembics and all kinds of shit that your kobold brain doesn't really understand.
What Kobold Brain does understand is that he wants to pick up a rock and throw it into the center of the room. This is the thing that I want to do.
Did we stun you
Okie
into
dokie.
silence?
Nope. I'm eating a hamburger.
Bad
I'm
jealous,
bugged out.
bro.
Jealous.
Bad jealous.
I was trying to be incognito about it, but y'all are asking too much of me. I'm kidding. You throw the rock in, and it tumbles into the room. It doesn't like draw any particular ire from the electricity.
I'm gonna try to make another Arcana check to see if I can deduce like anything about this. Nope, that's an 8. The dice are really into the character's backstory today. Frankie doesn't know shit about magic.
What are we doing, guys?
I have one idea. Everybody get behind something.
No need to ask me twice.
And Frankie is going to stand, let's say, right here, cast Firebolt into the center, like the center of that, like, whatever that electricity seems to be emanating from, the very center of the room, and then duck behind this pillar.
Make an attack roll. The fly is back.
23?
I know.
You shoot a firebolt. A firebolt or a fireball?
I don't have third level spell slots yet, so I can't do
That'd
that
be
yet.
amazing.
Okay, firebolt.
Emphasis on yet.
Uh-huh. You cast a firebolt into the room. And there is a sucking sound as the fire is slurped up into the magical energetic chaos of the center storm. And it just kind of flares up a little bit, like throwing something that's a bit flammable into a flame that's already crackling strong.
Yep. That's magic, alright.
Okay.
We have gained some information. I just don't know if it's useful yet.
You will get hurt if you go inside that energy.
Oh, I'm not taking one step closer to that thing.
Can Gorkar find something to smash yet or no?
I'm working on it, big guy. I would also like something to smash.
Well, it's funny you say that because there's a chittering sound from nearby, and I don't know if I have mushroom people. Oh, this works.
Liking it.
These guys step out from behind pillars and make ugly, scorching sounds as it is obvious that they are hostile. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
And I'm so far
Important
away.
question: are we unseen right now?
Nope,
Being behind
definitely not unseen.
Damn.
I did just throw.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to use this racial ability.
Maybe for flavor, we'll say that this one doesn't see you because it's looking at Jabbers.
Well,
If you're over by me, maybe you'd have a better shot.
Oh, I don't want to open Dolphin. Get out of here, Dolphin. No, I don't want to install an update. Close it.
I seem to be in a convenient location.
Heh.
It would seem initiative does not want me to have this unless I go unseen and kill my
Gorkar,
shirt.
you're first.
Oh my god.
yeah.
They're all terrible.
Gorkar, you're first.
That is
we-
hilarious.
We all rolled dog shit for initiatives there.
I was going to say
Okay.
par for the course for me, but
So let
Yeah,
me
Christ.
check what this racial feature does.
After yesterday, oof.
No, that was the sewer. I considered using the sewer for another session, but I'm like, nah, it's literally all the people that were in that game using the same map. That's not going to be
Yeah,
fun.
save it for Friday, then just me and JC can heckle you about it.
Okay, so if I'm unseen, I still don't surprise the creature, though, right?
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. It just says once per combat, if you surprise a creature and hit it with an attack on your first turn, the attack deals extra damage.
Just get the extra damage. It's fine.
Okay. So Gorkar is going to run around the corner super eager, and he's going to be wielding his new +1 Great Axe. And he's going to silently rage. So, like, instead of screaming, he's just seething at the mouth, like, fucking frothing. And, yeah, he's gonna swing recklessly with the Great Axe.
Oh, Rob's on the south end.
That would be a 23.
23. Yeah, that's a hit. Did you
All right,
move yourself up, or were you throwing something at him?
Oh, wait, yes, I should move myself up. Sorry. I was on character sheet.
That wolf howl in the background music sounded like a siren.
Nice. The police are coming
Okay,
for you,
so
my dude.
11 plus 2 is 13. And now I gotta roll 1d6 plus 1 for Divine Fury. So 13 plus 7 is 20 plus 2d6 for the racial sneak attack. So that's 25 total.
Surprise, Gorkar! 25 total damage.
Jesus.
He is bloodied.
Surprise, it's Gorkin time.
Gorkar really not like this new axe. And yeah, having raged, that's it for Gorkar.
Rob, you're up. Hey, Rob?
I forgot that I had to hit the button.
Aha!
Aha. Rob's going to try something a little different this time. And this time he's... Well, not that it matters his turn because I'm too far away. But he is brandishing his longsword and his flail instead of a shield and one weapon.
Mm.
I have that ability, evidently. With 30, it's right there. There, 30. Okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw a javelin at the one in front of Gorkar. Does a 21 hit you?
A 21 hits him, yeah. With a ranged thing?
Yeah, javelin.
Damn nice.
Oh, that's such poop though. 3 points.
It like ricochets off of it.
I'm a hit and a miss. And that will end Rob's turn.
Jabbers, you're up.
Okie dokie. Well, we whip out the crossbow. And we're going to use our steady aim to give ourselves advantage. And we will also be using sharpshooter to take 5 away from the roll. And we're going to shoot at, what is this? P? It is P. We're going to shoot at this fella right here that everybody's so aggroed on.
You got it.
You're gonna kill it and make me run even further.
That's a hit.
So, dirty 20 minus 5 will be 15.
That's still a hit.
Still a hit. Cool. So,
I sense a splat coming on.
17 plus 10 is 27 damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a dead creature.
Beast folk go bird.
Damage numbers go brrrr.
Gorkar looks at Jabbers and goes,
Is that it for Jabbers?
That is indeed.
Jabbers, I
Francis,
can't run very far.
Frankie.
Frankie, in complete deference to anything he normally does, just runs up to this one and starts swinging his stick at it.
Blink,
And goes,
blink.
like he just starts screaming. 20? Dirty 20?
Yep, 30-20 is a hit. That'd be funny if it just stops and turns around and goes, hey man, are you okay?
6 damage. 6 damage with the quarterstaff.
Alright. Yeah, you did 6 damage with the quarterstaff.
So yeah, Frankie is not throwing spells or anything. He just runs up to this thing and starts screaming and hitting it with a stick.
Hey man, are you okay? You need to talk to someone?
Then crack right across the dome. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, it is going to turn around and it pulls out a wicked looking sickle.
Ooh.
And it is going to make 3 attacks against you.
This is exactly what I expected would happen when I did this.
13 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
The first attack you take 9 slashing damage.
Cool.
Second attack is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
You take 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that's another 25 to hit.
Alright.
That's another 10 slashing damage.
Ooh, death's door, kids!
Oh no.
Frankie has Gorkar is at full health. Rob the Pure is at full health. Jabbers is at full health. Frankie has 1 hit point left, and the one creature remaining is winded. It is now Gorkar's turn at the top of round 2.
There is a dad your lecture coming for Frankie.
Gorkar looks at Frankie and gives him the Zach Galifianakis nod with of approval. Like, yeah.
Exactly what I thought would happen.
Oh no, the consequences of my own actions.
So it's Gorkar's turn now, right?
It is Gorkin time.
5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, I can only move 15 and still reach them. Haha! It is indeed Gorkin time.
Oh.
And from here, we will recklessly attack.
So you're getting within 15 feet of the central thing. So I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw first.
I got
Okay.
1 block off.
Yeah, I figured I would have to do something like that.
Frankie is also one outside of it.
18.
All right, so you feel the lightning lick over you, and you feel your muscles trying to seize up, but you're just too angry to allow that to happen, and you power through it.
Yeah. Gorkar just seethes and in the face of danger and is going to
Exactly,
recklessly
Escape.
attack.
Like that.
You know what? This time... No, we're going to stick with the +1 Great Axe.
By the way, these little mushroom people are called red caps.
7.
I'm not gonna lie, from the top-down perspective, they kind of look like little penises.
Yep. Yep. So that's a 17 to hit Gorkar. That's a hit.
Yep, 17 to smack the dick.
That's a hit. You're supposed to spank it lightly, not abuse it.
No thanks.
We are going to beat the mushroom tip.
Oh
Eat that shit
god.
like it owes you money.
It literally had the same joke on its own.
God damn
All
it.
right, so 10 plus 2 is 12.
Alright.
Plus 1d6 plus 1.
Alright. So I'll wait to put in the total until you give me the total number.
12 plus 7 is 19. 19 slashing damage.
He is bloodied.
And that is Gorkar's turn.
Alright. Rob, you're up.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Hold on. We're just gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You cut out there, Rob.
I think I should be here. Sorry, I was more or less counting. Alright. I think I'm all good.
It's okay.
I was here. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. Javelin is coming your way. Oh, another 21.
Or
4.
Well,
Oh boy, I actually did damage. 6 points.
alright. It is still bloodied.
Excellent. That is my turn.
Jabbers.
Ever swings around with the crossbow, and we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. Steady aim. Using the sharpshooter, etc., etc., etc. On the only guy that's right there.
What?
Steady aim, sharpshooter. On the only guy that's there. Is
So
the thing that I said.
So that's a
So
19.
24 minus 5.
That's a hit.
Cool. That will be 9 plus 3, 12 plus 10 is 22 damage.
Woo, that's a dead creature.
Lovely.
As it goes down. Rah!
Yeah, I don't get to test out my new weapon. Still
I'm
got my
sorry.
good throwing arm though.
I guess that's
And where'd it go? You guys did it.
yay.
I love it.
That is fantastic.
oh
you
yeah,
hear
now I feel it.
you hear from overhead like victory music plays.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's new.
And you guys are left in the silence of the room. Gorkar, you're standing close enough to it. Roll another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, before we move on with that, what's the XP for that
I
fight,
had a
please?
feeling that was going to happen.
350 experience points per person.
I don't
We
suppose 6 passes.
Huh?
Getting closer.
The 6.
Gorkar, you feel your limbs seize up, and Gorkar like does this very Gorkar like very ungraceful move where his legs lock together, his arms lock into his sides, and he falls over prone on the ground.
Looking at him, if I touched him, would I also get shocked, or can I just like drag him backwards?
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
How much experience was that? Hold on, before. Sorry, I was rolling my saving throw.
It's all good, Gorkar.
It was tree fitting.
It was 350. Also, Gorkar, you take 6 arcane damage
Oh, damn it. I was hoping I didn't take any
Or
damage
I should
from
say, force
That would
damage.
be force damage, yeah.
Jabber, you need your help.
So
Like,
6
wow.
divided by 2 is 3.
Mac, barbarians aren't resistant to force damage and rage.
Oh, you're right.
I was about to say that's magical force damage, my dude.
Unless you
Yep.
have Totem of the Bear.
Either one of you aren't wearing metal armor. If I touch him, I'm gonna light up like a lightning rod.
Frankie just starts coughing up blood.
So,
Oh,
Rob,
I'm gonna go tend to his wounds.
are you pulling Gorkar out of the electricity or no?
No, usually metal
Gorkar,
and
make
electricity don't
another
work too well.
Gorkar.
I was gonna let Jabbers do it.
Okay, Jabbers, go and roll a strength athletics for pulling Gorkar out of the buzzing electricity.
Also,
I'm not good at. Let's do it.
Frankie, take 20 points back.
8. This.
Gorkar,
great.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Rob's hands glow with holy power, and I go ahead and heal Frankie of his wounds.
13.
Jesus.
Gorkar continues to convulse in the electricity and takes another 9 force damage.
Great. And now that you're up, can you go help Jabbers pull him out because I can't touch him?
Jabbers,
sure, I got
it. I mean, Rob, you just think you can't touch him. You haven't tried.
Well, typically metal and lightning doesn't work out.
It's arcane and never mind.
Frankie goes to help.
I pictured it being lightning.
It's arcane energy.
Do you need me to make a strength check?
Well, you and Jabbers are working together, so whichever one of you two wants to make it at advantage.
All right. Nix, I don't have a plus or a minus. I got a straight up and down.
That's
Roll.
better than I do.
All right.
Then it's Frankie strength.
I assume we're doing this as in Jabbers is helping Frankie, which means advantage on the roll.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 19.
All
There we
right.
go.
You pull Gorkar out of the arcane electricity, and Gorkar, you kind of like you've been conscious through this, but it's been very uncomfortable. Obviously, you finally regain control of your limbs as you're pulled out of the arcane torrent of energy.
Gorkar shakes his head and gets to his knees and looks over at Rob and says, "Why Rob send two smallest friends to pull biggest friend out of arcane energy?"
Rob
Excuse?
assumed that the energy was going to hit my lightning and electrocute me like a lightning rod.
Gorkar not wearing any metal. Where logic in that?
I'm wearing metal.
Why apply negative strength from mighty lizard? I don't understand.
Jabber's biggest lizard ever, but lizard's still much smaller than human.
Frankie just puts his hand on Gorkar and casts Cure Wounds.
I do apologize, Gorkar.
Yeah. 7 hit points
By
back.
the way,
Gorkar.
you all get to take your short rest, remember, instantly? As soon as
Oh,
the
never
combat
mind then.
ends. As soon as the combat ends, you all get your short rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me just use hit dice.
Rob, save some of that lay on hands. I'm going to use my hit die.
Okay, I'll take how much you want to get back.
Let me roll my hit die and then we'll see.
Okay, that's fair.
$18. No, I'm Jake. I'm good. I got 19 hit points out of 30. I'm good. Save that for real emergencies. I
So-
cannot hear anyone else. What is going on?
No one else is talking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you all, the silence kind of falls over the place. Yeah, I mean, you can infer what you'd like unless you'd like to roll some investigations or anything here.
Give another.
Were those
try.
like weird mushrooms carrying anything?
Nope. Also, Gorkar, are you still standing this close, or are you, like, backing up, you know? out
Oh
of
no,
the.
Gorkar's getting the fuck out of there.
Okay, I got a 15 Arcana this time.
Jabbers kind of wants to move around to that, what I assume is a bookcase of books, a container of bookly books, over and on the other side, and do a look-see-loo there.
All right, and look at that. I have the area of the energy now plotted out with a red circle. So, roll an investigation, Jabbers.
Yeah.
What is everyone else doing?
I got a
Gorkar's
15.
gonna look at this dead body.
Medicine check, Gorkar.
I got a 15 Arcana.
You got a 4.
Frankie, it is at this time that you notice the extremely large meta symbol etched into the floor. You're walking around, you note that there's like triangular points in the outer hallway that correspond with lines inside, and you deduce, if you zoom out from it anyway all the way, you'll notice that it's like a giant star etched into the floor. And you get the impression that this wasn't drawn here, but it's like an arcane residue symbol left behind by some great spell that was cast here that went wrong for whatever reason.
Gorkar got a 12 on the medicine check.
You're not entirely like the person has been crushed underneath debris, but you don't think that the debris is what killed them. You think that this place collapsed around on these people like after they died, because you could see this like the scoring pattern of like you look at yourself where you got licked by the arcane energy, and there's this like lightning type pattern blazed across your flesh there, and you can see it just arcing up and down this person's armor. You assume this person was probably fried by magic long before they were crushed by the debris that fell on them.
Gorkar just kind of looks at his arm and his side where he got lashed by the arcane energy and goes, Gorkar guessed there'd be another week before this spot got fuzzy again.
Did Jabbers get anything from the bookcase?
Fuck no.
Oh yeah, shit, you rolled a 4.
Nope, none of those books are interesting. Too big words.
Yeah.
Gorkar's gonna move past the dead body.
Rob, what were you doing?
There's like a desk over here, so I guess I'm gonna investigate that.
All right, roll an investigation check on the desk.
13.
13, you don't find anything too important. You do find some documents, some arcane documents, but it's in jargon that you don't understand.
Hey Frankie, come look at these.
What? Okay.
It's wizard shit, Frankie.
You hand it to him, and he just kind of looks over it. Yep, it's magic, all right.
Alright, so we're on the same page then.
Is that classist?
What do you mean?
Gorkar's like having existential crisis over judging someone's name. And like, is that judging someone because they're just a magic user? They can understand all magic?
Prophesize. No go-kart. It is not.
I mean, he's right. You know, I'm a peasant. Like, I don't know. I never actually studied this stuff. You know, you know this about me.
You're a descendant of a god.
Doesn't mean I can read any language.
I don't know.
Incidentally, I do think that is actually a thing that comes later from Divine Sorcerer.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I thought maybe
It's not
just like
something
this.
Frankie knows of yet.
Stories passed down from your ancestors. Didn't you learn anything?
My lord, I was a cook in a tavern.
Alright, well, I don't know. I don't really know life.
The only reason I knew my letters is because my mother was an apothecary.
Huh.
Well, these two
Well,
are
I know
together.
nothing of magic, and I feel utterly useless in this moment.
I know the feeling, my lord.
What's up, Jabbers?
And while these two are chatting, Jabbers has made his way over here, and what he spies, I'm assuming what it looks like is a chest, a smashed up one.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check, Jabbers.
Okay. Let's do this right where it counts, please. 16.
Okay. There is absolutely nothing in this chest. However, you look up and you're kind of like in this little isolated, like the debris around you. It kind of makes this a small little isolated kind of area, away from everybody. And you look up and are a bit startled as there is an extremely beautiful young lady, kind of leaning on the chest, looking at you. And she kind of giggles when you startle, and she says, "You're cute. Could I have your name?"
You tell first. Rude ask before tell.
Well, it's not how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Smart lizard, aren't you? And she
Jabbers.
giggles. Jabbers.
Fuck me in my goddamn mouth. Yeah, he says, Jabbers, smartest lizard.
Yeah,
So
real
fucking
smart.
perfect, man. Oh my god.
That's just the way he fucking talks. I know what this is. I know what this is. This is some fake bullshit, and I'm fucking forever.
So good, though.
As soon as you start to say your name, suddenly you can't remember it. And she kind of like... She kind of giggles and looks up in the air and goes, "Oh, that is an interesting one. Thank you." And she like slips out into a shadow and is gone.
What? But who are you?
Jabbers, you can no longer remember your name.
Oh no!
Wait, who me?
Did we hear him saying this?
Yep, you hear him saying that.
Jabbers.
No,
What is it?
you don't. As soon as you go to say his name, you can't quite remember it.
Oh, none of us know it?
No, none of you know it.
Big uh-oh. Big uh-oh.
You can't remember it.
This is weird. I feel like I know who you are, but
Well,
like...
you definitely know who he is. You just don't have a name for him.
What?
Nothing
was
is
your name?
different except that his name is just missing from your memory.
One thinks bad thing happened. One not sure what it is.
You mean you?
One means me.
Why can't I remember your name?
I can't either.
Did something happen over there? Little guy?
Yeah. Funny lady, pretty lady.
All of
What
you
lady?
roll a history check. Gorkar, are you hearing this, or are you busy over there where you are?
Oh yeah, I'm hearing this. I'm currently pinching the bridge of my nose.
Fucking
I'll live with 11.
bullshit.
Fucking fake bullshit. Well, Frankie, that's a no. Rob, that's a no. It's up to Gorkar.
Oh,
Amazing.
Gorkar, you know exactly what this is. This is some vampire bullshit.
Oh.
Gorkar convinced Gorkar know what this is.
It's literally a 0.
He rolled a 1 for a 0. Oh yeah, Gorkar definitely knows exactly what this is.
Gorkar hears that once vampire no name, vampire can take your blood through their mind. This is definite vampire. You're losing blood right now, Dappers.
I can tell you now.
But you don't know his name, Gorkar.
Vampire.
I
No,
can tell.
hold on,
I
my
can
lord.
tell.
You don't know how vampires work on his world. Maybe that's how they work.
I can tell
Feeling
you
is not.
this little one.
One never seen vampire. One not sure.
I've studied for many years on such creatures. I don't
Yes.
think this is vampires.
In your world, my lord, vampires in his world might be different.
Creatures seem to be acting in this world in Velderheim all the same.
Okay.
Well, that's not true.
I mean, Gorkar's a bugbear. Other than being friendly, he looks no different than other bugbears on my world.
But
Frankie just
Gorkar act different.
Frankie
Yeah, like
looks
I
at
said, they're
Jabber.
friendly.
Frankie looks at Jabbers and go, "Hey, you, whatever your name is, what's your take on the situation?"
Not good.
Hey, you.
One thing that name important. Very important.
Yeah, this is already getting really annoying. So we've really got to figure out how to get that back.
Yeah. Help.
I'm gonna call you Gecko.
Hey, man, that's racist.
Gorkar
Wait,
seemed
wait.
to remember jitters.
Jitters? No.
Yonkers?
No. That make one really mad for some reason. No, that ain't it.
Jappers?
No, you can't guess it. Stop. So, what would you all like to do from here?
We got a
Man,
fine
I don't know.
lady.
Said it was a lady?
Yeah. She walked into the dark and then she was gone. She was leaning on this stuff. There's nothing in it.
Have you moved the chest?
No?
Maybe there's like a secret button or something, secret passageway.
Gorkar
Frankie is.
at the next elevation and says, maybe Gorkar finds some stairs or something.
Nope, no stairs. This place is collapsed.
No, like half staircases that I might be able to athletics up.
Nope. This place was a one-floor kind of building. The rest of the tower was more like a conduit.
Frankie is gonna take a look at the chest.
Get the chest. It's empty.
There's nothing here. Lizard
Move it.
guy. Fuck. What is your name?
She had to take it.
Gorkar pretty sure it's jitters.
Well,
Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. This is gonna drive me nuts. Oh, man.
Oh.
okay. What we do?
Well, I mean, I could go look at those books, I guess, see if you missed anything. But I'm fresh out of ideas.
You were the
Sounds
perfect
good
one
idea.
you were the perfect one to have her talk to.
Yeah.
Frankie is going to investigate books.
Gorkar, take a look outside.
I'm gonna go with you.
She's gonna go after Gorkar next because she. Oh man.
This just goes over to look at books with Frankie. No, no.
All right, so Gorkar and Rob, you're outside. There's like trees and rubble from the tower itself. You find some more unfortunate dead people scattered about. The statues around here have crumbled. Whatever happened inside shattered everything in the area. There's like a leaf coverage on the ground from the trees. You can tell the leaves got like knocked free from this event as well.
Whatever they were doing here, it was very dangerous.
Gorkar agree. Gorkar not look like the look of this place. We should be careful.
I agree. I feel dark magic has been used here.
You hear a giggling sound, and you look up into the into the branches of the tree above you, and there's a beautiful young, like kind of elven-ish type lady up in the branches, and she says, Well, who are these two? Could I have your
Hey, you.
business here in the forest?
You may not, but we'd like our friend's name back, woman.
Oh, so you'd like to make a deal with me?
No deal. Just give the name back.
Freely given, freely taken.
Gorkar clenches his jaw and looks up at the lady and goes, "Hmm, we know why we must find you. We not tell name.
Oh, I didn't ask for your name. I asked for your business.
What is it that you actually want?
Isn't that the question?
Who is this?
You know what this place is, do you? You who comes from outside, who does not belong here?
I do not.
You know what is going on here.
To a degree.
The people of this place knew and tried to stop it. They failed.
You mean,
But something holds it on, small pieces of it. Now you come. You have something to do with it. What is it?
are you to tell me that this magic had something to do with 0 Day?
0 Day.
Right. The end times.
I do not know 0 Day. Could I have the information on that?
You just learned everything I know, lady.
Don't do it, bro."
Well,
Gorkar grimaces up into the tree
Well.
and says, "We not give you any more information. We take back friend's name."
Right.
you come here, not belong here. My place. My place is shattered. Small pieces remain. You come from somewhere else. She takes like a deep sniff, her nostrils flaring. You do not smell like this place. You come from somewhere else. You know what has happened here. You're responsible for this? She cocks her head to the side.
I grow tired of these questions. Come, woman.
We know nothing of this place.
We're coming to take back our friend's name.
Well, you'll have to come meet me at my house then. Sorry. And she like waves and like dissipates and is gone.
Yeah, like Rob as she goes to leave, like you should like Rob throw a javelin up into his hand and get ready to throw it, but gone before he could.
She's just smoke. Puff.
Bless that woman.
Should I roll to investigate books?
Sure, go for it.
Oh boy. 13.
13. I mean, it's wizard shit. You don't understand anything that's written here.
And once again, Frankie just looks at all the books and goes, "Yep, that's magic.
No good.
Let's go see what the other two are up to."
Okay. Just kind of drags his feet over.
I lost the most important thing to me. Didn't even know it was important until lost
Identity.
it.
Well, I believe Gecko here about his mysterious woman.
Not Gecko, the mighty lizard.
Okay, Mighty Lizard. I believe you about your woman. I've met her.
Mighty Gecko, understood.
You hear?
She told us we need to meet her at her house if we want to get Mighty Lizard's name back.
Warehouse. We go.
Yeah, that's a good question. She didn't tell me.
Oh.
I challenged her to combat, and she ran off.
Mm.
This is outside of my level of experience.
Well, what more we do here? We look at everything.
The question, I suppose, is how we did everything.
What if we try to get back the way we came?
I mean, worth a shot, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Yes,
you
well.
walk up through the northern. You know what? I'm just gonna delete the townspeople because if we bring them back, we're just gonna pretend that it's the same people.
Okay, so we're going back to town.
You walk into the fog, and you kind of hear like a soft giggling sound as you feel yourselves kind of like the direction you're going suddenly shifts, and you lose sense of direction. It feels like you're turning and twisting in different ways until eventually the fog around you clears. You're going to move yourselves down to the southern end of the map as you find yourselves on the edge of outside a small hut on the edge of a swamp.
Blast you, woman. I'll hunt you down to the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
And the smell of delicious food permeates the air. There's like a smokestack on the other side of this hut that you can see smoke billowing out of. To your left is a tangle of thorny vines with large spotted red mushrooms. Red mushrooms with white spots, I should say. And there's like a small garden off behind the building as well.
This must be the witch's lair.
Ooh.
Those toadstools?
Oh,
Perhaps.
Roll a nature check.
Oh boy, that's not a 12?
You're not sure?
toads go. Those
Oh.
toads, not toads.
No, toadstool. It's a kind of mushroom. Fuck, what's... God,
Gorkar pretty sure Toad's not able to sit on those. Aren't stools
Well-
chairs?
well, normally
Rob?
they're a lot...
Rob pulls out both his weapons and says, unless you guys have any other ideas, I'm ready.
Hey, my lord, maybe we should knock?
If that's what you want to do.
You want to just roll up into somebody's house and kick the door in and start...
If she has stolen my friend's name, then yes.
Look, man, I'm all for it, honestly. My god's dead. None of this really matters anymore, so, you know, let's do it.
Don't lose faith, Frankie. Don't lose yourself.
You're the one talking about kicking in doors and attacking random people, man. I'm just saying, if that's
Not
the
random.
energy if that's the energy this group is taking, I'm here for it. Let's do it.
No, she's an evil creature. She is going around playing games, stealing people's names, playing tricks.
Gorkar are usually all up for the first attack, but Gorkar think there's something tricky about this lady. Maybe we should try and negotiate first.
You say why she take name?
I mean, she must be the challenge, no? Why we're sent here?
Yes, but I think the point here, my lord, is that not all foes can be slain with a sword.
It's true.
Suppose you're right.
It's frustrating for me, too. I really just wanted to hit stuff with a stick, but here we are.
No, I forget myself. I should remain patient and calm.
If things go wrong, Gorkar are ready to smash.
Yeah, I mean, that's always a fallback.
All right, then. Let's go with your way, Frankie. Do you want me to knock, or will you?
Maybe I should do the talking.
All right.
Maybe keep name to self.
Yeah, way ahead of you there.
Keep
Every
all
time.
information to self.
Every time. Okay. Frankie knocks on the door.
You hear a voice from inside say, "Enter."
Frankie looks back at everybody. Like, should we just go?
Jabber's is
I put
nodding.
my weapons away, but my hand rests on the hilt of my longsword.
Car opinions?
Gorkar think we should try talking. Gorkar's not very good at it though.
Frankie opens the door.
It is a quaint, very nice but quaint place. There's a table set out with 4 chairs. There's a small planter with some very well kept plants in it. There's a scientific set of alembics bubbling on the side with some other potions and spell components sitting on a shelf. There's like a little bed area. And there is a beautiful young woman sitting in a chair on the other side of the room. And she says, "I figured you could find your way here. You who come from outside.
While
You who
she's
know
talking,
something about what happened here. You must know what happened here, right? The world was whole and suddenly it's in pieces. You know something.
While she's talking, I'm gonna divine censor.
Okay? What does that mean?
It will know the location of celestial fiend undead.
Still no.
No? Okay,
Oh, shit.
just making sure. Okay.
So,
I know nothing of
in
this
exchange for the knowledge of what has happened here, I can give you your friend's name back.
If we tell you about what happened here, do we lose that knowledge and give it to you?
It seems like it would be a terrible knowledge. It is not a deal that I want to remove it from you. That seems like it would be too beneficial for you in that regard.
Why should I believe anything you say?
My deals are final.
That's great, but we haven't come to terms on agreements yet, so we're still in the
Your friend
the
gets his name back,
bargaining phase.
and you tell me what it is you know about what happened here. Why the sky was orange, and then suddenly the world was shattered and filled with mist.
I'm gonna need a lot more than that for a single name, my friend.
The name is all I have. And it seems important enough to you.
It's very important.
Yes.
You are very bad at negotiating.
And if
You
you
don't-
kill me, oh, you lose it forever, don't you?
Yeah, I kind of figured that was the case.
It is mine. Given freely, freely taken.
You don't understand what you ask.
Doesn't matter.
Is compulsion free? When no think so.
If we lose information,
I would not take
Yeah,
it from you. You can keep the knowledge of it. It seems something terrible. I cannot remove such a thing from you.
A quick question. Do you know who you are, even if you won't tell us who that is exactly? Are you aware of that?
Kind of smiles faintly. Yes. Very much aware.
What about the villagers?
They do not want to know. Because their world is shattered. They live in bliss. Just like you could.
No, I'm cool.
I have an important mission to accomplish. I have no time for that.
Yes, this important mission. It's tied to what you know. Isn't it? I can tell.
No.
You cannot lie to me.
We can't?
What matter is it of yours?
Everything. Wouldn't you say?
I mean, if what has happened, I would want to know. That seems pretty natural.
How can we trust you?
Oh, I don't.
We can-
I'm just saying, if I was in her place, I'd want
Do
to
you
know.
impugn my honor on deals that I would make?
I mean, you stole our friend's name without
I
provocation.
stole nothing, and I am offended at the prospect.
Okay, but if giving you information takes it from someone else without their knowledge, that's still theft.
I said that you would tell me, and I would give you your friend's name back. I do not understand your hang-up.
Our hang-up is in your first interaction, you took knowledge from one of us,
Mm-hmm.
knowing
given,
full
freely
well
taken.
that it would remove it from us.
And now you should tell me what you know, so that I can know.
Give not same as share.
Exactly, it's still
One
theft.
shares. One shares name, not give.
You're arguing
Maybe if-
semantics on the magic.
Maybe
matters
if you'd
not.
asked
Yeah,
us, maybe if you just asked us outright, we would have given you the information without all this trickery.
It's not the way the world works.
Does for a paladin.
It seems we're at an impasse.
It would seem so.
Is there any?
What if I make a counter deal with you?
I'm listening to deals.
Give my friend's name back, and I'll tell you what you want to know. And if I don't, you can have my name.
Clever. What I want to know and the truth are two different things.
You argue semantic.
I will tell you the knowledge that I have of what happened here. And if I lie, you can take my name.
I do not know why you would lie to me, but fine.
Return his name, and I will tell you what you want to know.
A deal is a deal. She doesn't do anything in particular, that's all she says.
Wyvern?
Does he know his name?
I mean, if you try to say your own name, Jabbers, you remember it.
Jabbers, 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 jabbers.
Oh, that was it!
Excellent.
Oh my god, I hate it when that happens.
Jitters.
Okay.
Gorkar could swear it was jitters, but
No.
Gorkar take Jabber's word for it.
Now, Frankie, Jabbers, Gorkar, do me a favor.
Yep.
And wait outside.
I don't think that helps, my lord.
Why would Gorkar need to leave room?
I figured if you weren't nearby, you wouldn't forget the information.
Wait, you don't.
Anyway.
No one is forgetting
Oh.
information. Gosh,
This
that
is
wasn't
me
part of the
simply-
deal.
This is just me simply distrusting her. That's out of character.
No, and that's
Anyway.
her protesting in character. That wasn't
Alright,
part of the
alright.
deal.
Look,
I didn't say
Gorkar
give me
straight.
the information.
Gorkar not
I
worried.
said share with me the information.
alright.
Now you share.
What happened here, it's called 0 Day. It's the end times. The end of the universes, the multiverse, all worlds. We were brought here by a god. His name is Lord Veld.
Why would you tell her his name?
I
Yeah.
sure was if
He
I
didn't
forget his
ask
name.
for it.
Knowledge shared, not knowledge taken, she says simply.
I mean, that's about it as far as we really know. He's a really complex man. The mission is simply clear, and that's to stop this. He didn't really give us a guideline.
And also, to be very clear, we're not exactly sure who you even are or what this place even is.
We expect dungeon.
It
Right.
would seem that this place is done, and everything that I've built is gone.
Is this your world?
Sliver still exists.
This is where I have lived my whole life, yes.
Then the fact that
this
it still
place.
exists is Lord Veld's doing,
It is a
and he
cruel
has allowed you
doing.
to live here.
It is a cruel doing. What game is he playing?
There's nothing left of my world, so take that for a piece of what it is, you know?
You are left.
That's it. I don't even have this hut to stand in.
And I barely want that.
Will Lady Place go away when we leave?
I can only hope.
Life is of a perspective.
Okay, so can we, is there, a challenge you need us to defeat, or can we go? Is this exchange over? How do we move forward here?
She just shakes her head sadly and turns her face towards the window. And she says, I don't want to go on like this. You can have everything of mine. I don't care. And then she goes silent as she just stares out the window. And you all are suddenly burdened with this knowledge of, first is an unrelenting, deep, gnawing loneliness of being the only of your kind that you know, that you've ever interacted with since awakening. You feel this gnawing urge of kind of mischievous urge, and you remember all the you realize that you have the names of all of the townsfolk of the nearby town. You have all the information on their lives and all that stuff like that. She just burdened you with all of it, and now she's just sitting there at the window, basically empty.
Can we give this back to them?
I think we just got the givered. Holy shit.
Oh, maybe we can give the memories back to the townspeople.
I don't think they want them.
Well, I'm not about to give them a choice.
But maybe this is the test. Maybe we have to carry this burden.
From the information that you have on the people, is that they called her and asked her to take the terrible pain away, and her fix was to make them just blissfully unaware of anything except simple existence.
Hashtag you're gonna carry that weight. Hashtag cowboy bebop.
Does she WandaVision them?
I mean, they called her and asked for something, and so that was
All
what
right,
she
so
thought
in
was.
a nice way, she did.
That she basically did what they asked in the only way she knew how.
So, okay. I'm gonna look around the room. Does she have anything cool I can take?
There is a small skull on the mantle. There's a couple of small books, wizard shit. There's a little voodoo doll. No, there isn't
These
really
would have had a field day.
much anything in here. You guys could have just said fuck this from fighting her, and I had a fight ready.
Yeah, but we solved it through role play.
Yes, you did. So I have to give you experience for role play.
Yay.
which will be the experience for the encounter anyway.
I'm
To be fair,
enchanting
I
the
was ready to kick
darkness.
that door down and kick her ass, but
I mean, you could have tried.
that's true.
Let me take a gamble. Let me take that skull.
So this was Isolde from the Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. She was a medium fae, meaning she was a hag.
Oh Christ!
Oh,
We would have been fucking bodied.
oh,
Only a CR5 hag.
Oh, okay. I didn't know their CRs went that low.
I
I thought they
mean,
were
the
like
sea
minimum
hag,
CR10.
the sea hag is CR2. The green hag is CR3. The anise hag is like CR8, I think. They are terrifying the low-level characters, but to mid to high-level characters, you could have 3 of them together because they're supposed to be in a
So-
coven.
What's the experience on that?
Yeah, number go up.
450.
So close.
And you all head back out of the thing here. Now, it depends on what your intention is, where you're going to go.
And,
Are you intending to give the people some of their stuff back, or are you just going to carry it and take it with you?
Frankie's. As far as Frankie goes, Frankie thinks that's the test. We have to carry that. with us.
Gorkar is level 5. I'm gonna park it there and not apply my level up.
Yep, you cannot apply a level up, and you gain no more experience points past the baseline for 5.
yeah, I suppose we are supposed to carry the burden. I mean, it seems like the paladin thing to do.
Like real shit. If that is the out of character, if that is the solution to this, that is fucking bleak, man.
I mean,
I'm not criticizing. I'm saying,
Grimdark
like good job. That's fucking bleak. I love it.
I mean, welcome to Velderheim, my dude.
That's some real faded hero type shit.
I mean, this game is intended to be dark, so
Hell yeah, I'm here for it. Let's
Ooh.
fuck off out of here and go get drinks.
all right. So, as you guys walk out of the fog, you find yourselves walking back out of the Shaggoth's mouth and into the empty cavernous space where Mr. Hank and Mr. Vorst are sitting down. They're currently playing cards against each other, but they look over as you walk in and just give you a nod, and they say, "So you have solved Lord Veld's problem."
Yeah.
We're really not sure.
You have
Maybe?
either solved the problem, or you have learned something. It is not our
Gorkar
place to
thinks-
decide.
Gorkar think that we have done what we were set out to do.
We sure learned a thing.
Good. Then it is time for you to return back to your tavern to rest for the night.
Alright, yeah.
Davros takes his gem.
Yep, you walk over, you grab it. It's gone! No, I'm kidding. It's there. There's like a half moment where you think it's gone, but then you realize it's just down in a recess.
Whew. Almost panic. Jabbers, 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 jabbers.
Yes, jabbers is jabbers.
Woohoo.
First boss fight.
Yeah, and so you all exit the dungeon and head back up into the city proper, where you go over to Zolnar's Tavern, the Broken Fiddler. And, yeah, Zolnar greets you at the door, kind of somberly, and just says, nice hearty meal for everyone.
Make it a double.
Gorkar is hungry.
I'm actually not feeling up to it, guys. I'm just gonna go lay down, I think.
All right.
Suit yourself. And as like
Frankie.
Frankie goes around then out of earshot, Zolnar just says, "Poor kid."
Hmm. Must be hard.
We
Yeah,
need to find a way to cheer his spirits at some point.
I remember when I lost my world. I felt it happen. Felt it when it began to happen too. So, I know what he's going through right now. It's never easy. Most of us have gone through it that are here. Well, anyway, I've got a nice steak and potatoes set up.
Woo!
Oh, this sounds awesome. Definitely a double on that.
Gorkar has seen golden statues. Gorkar know what you are talking about.
He just,
Gorkar know it only a matter of time. But Gorkar thankful for time he had with God of his world.
Zolnar nods. Yeah, the god of my world was a bit more active, you could say, in the lives of my people. We lived our entire lives pretty much right next to him. It's so weird not feeling that tingle of magic that I didn't even realize was there until it was gone.
Gorkar not have bugbear god. Gorkar saved by God of Dwarves, which were sworn enemy of Gorkar's until what Gorkar's god called the Union.
Well. And you all talk into the night about your gods and about your worlds, and Zolnar reminisces about his world, the underwater Techtopia, magical Techtopia, I should say. And that is where we are going to zoom out from the tavern into the city, and that's where we're going to call our session for the week.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
Alright.
Good session.
Fucking GG, boys.
Fucking
I'm very
GG.
glad that Faye bullshit ended when it did, because I did not want to go a whole episode not knowing Jabber's name. And
Yeah, that, oh god,
awkwardly piece together how he talks to people.
that
Oh
would have
my
been so
gosh.
fucked.
Yeah. And also, I know I forgot to say this at the very beginning, but you know, we do have a Patreon that some people are patrons of, and thanks to them, we have been able to afford the very nice, high quality models of the player characters that each player got to make for themselves, and then we were able to purchase them for the virtual tabletop. Also, I now have a subscription to Harpy that's been running for a couple months. Also, thanks to our generous Patreon subscribers. So, thank you so much, guys. You make the magic, you make the dream come true. You make the magic happen.
Yeah,
Thank you
shit's
very much, everyone.
The real MVPs. It's you!
Yeah, huge thanks to all you guys. Much appreciated.
And hey, we'll catch you the same time next week for more Velderheim, City of the Lost. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Ah.
Bye.
Bye.